I'll take you to the candy shop. We can go bop, bop, bop. Sing it, girl. Hello, everybody. I was researching up a storm, and therefore I am stuck in Arizona. I didn't have time to fly home to my boo thing, Taro. This is actually her on FaceTime with me right now. But we're here. We're here to spin the wheel of excitement. If you're a Neopets fan, you'll know the reference. We're going to be spinning the wheel talking about influencers. Some that we've talked about in the past, some are brand new. Seemingly brand new to the world, and also brand new to this channel, which is the real world, if you like me at all. So anyways, this is the wheel. We got 4, and then if we got time, we can do more. And that's a rhyme. It ain't no crime. Amen. Also, as you can see, this is my handy dandy soundboard, right? Many of you know this. Many of you may not. I just decided it was getting too confusing because they were all organized in a different way. And I went back and I reorganized them again. So if you have a request, I should be able to accommodate. Maybe. The only one I know for sure that's not on there is There's Colleen. I need to add that one. And if you know that one, you're a true fan, and I thank you. Okay, here we go.
I'm consenting to this.
That's a new one. That's a brand new one. Here's another one.
I'm having a really hard time with the load.
Wait, I can't hear myself. Here we go.
I'm consenting to this.
I'm having a really hard time with the load.
I'd fill that load. Take my load.
I'm dry.
I mean, it doesn't get better than that, I don't think. All right, let's spin the wheel and let's get into this influencer extravaganza, shall we? Okay, let's go. Tara, what do you think it's going to be? Billy McFarland? Billy McFarland. Okay. I love Billy McFarland. So if you don't know who this is, Billy McFarland is the guy who did Fire Festival, right? And every week or so, he has a new business. And I think he's barred from having any real businesses. So I guess having fake businesses is fine for him and for the government at large. So he's got I just came across it the other day, and he's got like a new credit card or something, which is also something we should discuss at a future date and time, because there's a whole new sector of the credit card industry called buy now, pay maybe, which is definitely a scam. Okay. And the concept of that is that you buy stuff on your credit card, and you might get lucky if you gamble by putting money on your credit card that the company will just take away all or a big chunk of your balance. Now that's called gambling because they may not. And now you've racked up this huge balance and made them rich, and they're playing with you. And I don't know how this could possibly be legal, but okay. So Billy McFarland, he was imprisoned for his Fyre Fest fraud, got out, and then now is back to it. Hold on one second. Hold on, everybody. Hold your horses. Give me 1 second. I do this every gosh darn time now. I need to sign into my YouTube account so I can hear what all the fuss is about. Okay, here we go. I did it. Okay, so here we go. Manganese. What the hell is manganese? I don't know. Let's find out. It says manganese is back. Or he meant to say magazines and he just spelled it incorrectly. I don't know. We'll have to find out. I didn't listen to it. I was waiting to watch this with you guys parasocially.
My mouth is so bored.
Do you guys like this?
I'm consenting to this.
By watching this, you are consenting to watch Billy McFarland. Okay, here you go. Magazines is back, or Magneses is back. Let's see.
Magnesis is back.
Magnesis.
After doing 2 successful island festivals over the past 6 months, and with the BZM Hotel project on the horizon.
Define successful, but okay. With the BZM Hotel project, haven't heard that one, Billy.
I'm getting back to what you all have been waiting for. Many of you watching this have had a moment, a relationship, a connection, an experience through Magnesis years ago that altered the trajectory of your life. Many of you have gone on to have the success you dreamed of when you joined Magnesis over a decade ago. Since then, we've all had our own paths, but the core of what brought us together is the same. Magnesis is back, and we are launching with core offerings in New York City and destination offerings in Utila and right here in Turks and Caicos. Our thesis is the same. Interesting.
This guy does not quit. He went to the, what's that guy's name? The bald head guy. You know who I'm talking about, this guy. Though, I don't have his soundbite. Dang it. The one who's got 4 toes. Andy Elliott. His sister ran over him with a lawnmower. That's deep trivia about Andy Elliott. He must have taken his course. Never, ever let someone tell you no in a sales.
People from different industries living life and pushing boundaries. But the scale, the access, the community, the experience, the ability for us to really live life to the fullest is at a new level. We are starting right now with 1,000 founding members. Apply at joinmagnesis.com.
Okay, let's check it out. But first, Half Metal Alchemist. Thank you so much. Half Metal Alchemist says, I worked for a bank. The credit balances stay. Yeah. Well, it's a new thing, I guess. It's a new kind of thing. Buy now, pay maybe. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's called Tuyo. Now, this has nothing to do with Billy McFarland, just for the record. This is a separate thing that reminds me of something Billy McFarland would love to get involved with. Imagine buying matcha and not paying. Imagine buying a burrito and not paying. This card, the card that might not charge you, there's 50,000 people allegedly using it, Tuyo. So they want you to spend money on the credit card, and then they might pay off your balance, or they probably won't. But they'll hire influencers to make it seem like they're getting free credit card balance transfers. And you'll be paying probably 30% APR. And the reward is gambling. And you get to gamble even with your savings. If Kelshi wasn't enough, now you got another opportunity to waste all your money and go insane. Okay, so Billy's talking about Magnesis relaunch. Okay, so he has a one-track mind. He says, oh, thank you, Half Metal Alchemist. I didn't give you your soundbite. For that, I say this.
I just liked being able to
Does she
get away
work?
with whatever I wanted.
Play it again. Hold on.
I just liked being able to get away with whatever I wanted.
This is Billy McFarland when on an old scam that he's done already and re-enters his brain. He's like, oh, should I just do another concert and not actually hire any talent and actually not book any permits or anything? And he's like, this idea?
Jeez, this is so good.
Remember the credit card thing I tried to start that didn't work?
Wow, you're so wise.
Let me try again. Okay, here's the Instagram for it. XXXX, or some sort of DNA is the logo. The community for the socially and professionally adventurous. Okay, not at all sure what the hell that means. These are old posts, looks like. 2017. Yeah, this is Giving 2017. And WeWork. Oh, wow. Cross-contamination scam. We're a tech company. Our tech is owning buildings and leasing them out. Wow. Innovative. Okay, let's go to join. So this first website doesn't work. Here you say joinmagneses.com. Right? Join. Okay, here it is. Magneses. Returning 2026. That is the year we are in, if you can believe it. It is 6 years since the world stopped. Okay, apply now. What is it? It's a bunch of names with where they're located, and it says wheels up, accept or decline. Someone wants to meet you. So is this a sex app? What's going on? I'm actually not sure what this means.
Pull it out. Let's see.
Whoa. Also?
Suck on my toe.
That's a new one for you. Every founding member receives a fully activated mag phone. Your mag phone. Okay, so you get a phone. Okay, so this is a phone. And your phone looks like a scrolling nightmare with text it's black. And it looks like an Android Metro PCS phone that I had for many, many years and was made fun of for having it. So I'm allowed to say it. Mag phone included with membership. Every founding member receives a fully activated mag phone. Your mag phone is loaded with direct mag phone to mag phone connections to interesting people around the world. Is this a trafficking app? Why would I want a phone that only connects to other people with this phone? I guess we'll find out in the fine print. You may also load your debit or credit card and use your mag phone as a payment tool, okay? Very different than Apple Pay, it sounds like. When a Magnesi's opportunity arises, a dinner, a trip, a studio session, a connection, your phone rings. You don't find Magnesi's find you. Okay, that sounds like a threat. On the 28th, there's a New York City kickoff. Where it will be, we don't know. And then Montauk. We're going to talk about Montauk at least twice in this stream because Montauk comes up later. Apply now. This is a BZM company. BZM company. Okay, apply. Your 3 wishes. Oh, so this is a genie type of scenario. Billy McFarland has concocted. Your 3 wishes. We only accept you if we can grant one. Sky. Okay. One person you want to meet. One podcast or show you want to be on. Okay, let me see. Heidi. One podcast or show you want to be on. Heidi's Lane. One experience you're dying to have. Eating. Oops. Eating Shake Shack with Heidi Powell. One problem you want solved. Integrity. And how to spell integrity as well. Continue. Name, email, city, phone. How did you hear about us? I don't want to fill it out. Screw you, Billy. Okay, so it's a phone / connection apparatus. Okay, what you received, the key. 1 device, 2 things. When you join Magnesi's, you receive a mag phone, a fully activated device. So you're getting access to other idiots who spent their hard-earned money on this dumb shit from a known scammer. Real-time access. When Magnesi's moves, your device buzzes, okay? And he loves Utila. I guess the people of Utila have accepted Billy McFarland into their culture. Because he adds that there to everything, you know. And then people who move the world direct. Don't know what that means. Not a social network, not a feed. Direct mag phone to mag phone connections to interesting people around the world. Every contact added by the Magnesi's team. The only people in your phone are the ones who belong there. Who would ever want this? Anyone actually successful would not want that. Okay, but it's matte black, laser etched, yours. Oh, so that's the actual phone. So it's scratched. Okay. It sounds like it's gonna blow up when the FBI decides the operation's done, or the CIA is just gonna detonate it in your pocket, and that's gonna be the end of you. Your unique founding member, okay, ships to members only, daily experiences. It's only $900 per year. Founding rate locked for life. Mag phone included. Apply for membership. Okay, so they need to sell 1,000, right, is their goal. So let's do the math. 900 times 1,000. 900,000. I needed to do that on my calculator. If they hit their goal, and that's 900,000 per year, because it's an annual fee, sounds like. This might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. But where is his Instagram? Okay, so this person says, I'm so hyped. Wasn't the original Magnesi's a scam? Yeah. Okay, here's more information. Let's go.
We began accepting Magnesis members today. Here's how it all works. When you join Magnesis, you get a Mag phone. The Mag phone is the new Magnesis Black Card. It acts as your key to the world and everything Magnesis. When there's a Magnesis experience, an opportunity, or a connection that impacts you, no matter where you are, your Mag phone buzzes. Your Mag phone also operates as a one-to-one connection to other Magnesis members and a network around the world that we've been developing for the past decade. Learn more at joinmagnesis.com. I will see you guys on the other side. We began accepting Magnesis members today.
He's at the House of Fries. This is real footage of the first batch of Magnesi's phones getting out to people. You ready? Oh, I just got Magnesi's phone. Oh! Oopsies. Someone really important that wanted to connect to talk about Bitcoin must have been on the other line. He was really excited about the opportunity. Oops. Okay, sorry. I shouldn't laugh.
I've been getting a lot of...
But that's the vibe I get from this product. And the caption says, we began accepting Magnesi's members today. So here's how it works. When you join... Okay, again, this is the same information. When you join, you get a Mag phone. This is the new Magnesi's Black Card. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. It feels like it's English. It feels like it's a cohesive sentence, but it's not in there deeply for me. It acts as your key to the world. When there's a Magnesi's experience or opportunity that impacts you, your key buzzes. And your key, don't forget, is your Mag phone, not to be confused with the name Magnesi's, which is a BCM company, BZM. Your key is also a direct one-to-one to other Mag members and a select network that moves the world. This is Illuminati stuff, but put into practice is what I'm getting. Okay, what's this one? Okay, what is happening? It says, BCM music debut release onboarded. Just crossed 7.5 million streams across major DSPs. If you're a brand looking to partner with talent, let's talk. And the first comment is, release on August 16th, 2024. Debuted today. Fries in the bag, Billy. No selfie video. Are you okay? Did someone hack your account? Okay, so he's got a song called Onboard. Are we all following? Does any of this make sense? Does any of this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys spoke. And the people who sang this song called Onboarded is Fivo Foreign, Kodak Black, and Donald J. Trump, who apparently is making music now. Whoa. I wish I could play it, but I can't because I'll get demonetized immediately. So I bet it was really good. Okay, and then this is another one. If you ever ask what's going on tonight, not only does Magnesi's have your answer, we've got your dream crew. Okay, he's still in Utila, it looks like, at the Fry Shack or whatever he was at. Okay, here we go.
New Fire Festival happened successfully twice in the past 7 months, and it was all because of Magnesis.
Okay, again, define successful. There was like 20 people that showed up, and I don't think you made any profit on it. And what did it have to do with Magnesis? That was not talked about until after.
I announced Monday that Magnesis is coming back, and hundreds of people have applied for the same reason why my festivals finally worked. Life is all about the people. For all of my flaws, I have an insane network of adventurous people, from tech CEOs to music artists to international governments to people who just want to live life to the fullest. Magnesis is all about bringing these people who I would bet you would never meet without Magnesis together. Magnesis officially kicks off July 28th in New York City, but our activations have already begun. If you ever asked what's going on tonight, not only does Magnesis have your answer, but we've got your dream crew. Join magnesis.com.
Should I buy one? I could make $900. Just give me 8 weeks. I could make 900, and then I'll have it for a year. Comment is, your parties suck, Billy. Put the fries in the bag. I will have more people in my backyard on July 4th than you had at those 2 events combined. What about the jet ski ride to Venezuela? I didn't forget. Yeah, what happened to that? He was supposed to jet ski to Venezuela, and then they started a war, and then he was like, never mind, but he never said anything. Okay, and then BZM Holdings, in case you're wondering what that is. We created one of the most viral marketing moments in social media history. That's one way to say it. That's as if the Reich was like, we created one of the biggest mass travel events in the world. Now we're back to be the bomb.com. Okay, that was a reach. I'm sorry. We produce festivals on islands that define a generation. Wow. That's one way to put it. We turn overlooked destinations into places everyone wants to be. Yeah, everyone wanted to be at Fire Festival so that they could have been in the documentaries. We connect brands and founders with the biggest networks, podcasts, and talents in the world. BZM operates where culture, media, and real assets meet. Tell us what you're building. I would never tell you my information. I want to attend an event, though. Tell us what you're building. Why am I telling you what I'm building? Aren't you supposed to take me to the events? BZM Hotels. I wonder if this is related to the Ivanka Trump hotel. Jared Kushner hotel that's coming on the island. We turn overlooked tropical destinations into globally recognized cultural hubs. I'm sure this is a AI image of some kind. And also, it's probably not overlooked. It's probably purposely preserved for many reasons that they're like, we're just going to land there and put a fake concert up and see how many idiots show up. Oh, here's a trailer. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here's Fire 1 trailer. The original proof of concept, a single trailer transformed the Exymus into one of the most talked about destinations on the planet, demonstrating the explosive power of culture meeting location. Okay, saying we put a Fire Festival trailer together and it blew up. Yeah, that's because it was such the pandemic of that year was Fire Festival and the ham sandwiches. Then they did Phoenix. Okay, which apparently involves underwater turtles. Okay. Here's the coconut hut that they had. And, it was fine. They had people there, but it was like a maximum of like 100 people at the concert. We watched it on a stream. And then Turks and Caicos. And that's it. Okay. And then he's got events, development, talent, music, marketing. So this is all lies, just in case you didn't know. So that's what Billy McFarland's up to. Sounds like he's not going to Venezuela, unfortunately, on a jet ski. We wish him well. This is from June. He was retiring. Retirement announcement, and then he was back. Here we go.
Turks and Caicos, we did it! And now I'm retiring. 8 years after having a vision of bringing all my friends to a remote island to dive, boat, explore, and listen to music, we finally made it happen by doing 2 island festivals in the past 6 months. First, we rented an entire island in Utila, Honduras. Then, this weekend, we just threw a festival in the premier destination, one of the premier island destinations in the world.
2 things I will say about this guy. Got a great head of hair. Great head, full. He probably went to Turkey, one of the first guys. He was like, we're going to have a festival in Turkey, and then he went, and he was like, actually, we're not. And then he came back with, implants. But it looks great. Thick. Second, good shirt. Love that type of shirt, especially in the location. Can't get better than that. That's a beach shirt if I ever saw one. So keep it up, Billy.
And Turks and Caicos. Both of these shows had their own unique challenges. Both times, the artists performed, the guests had a great time, we had our wins, and most importantly, we found our Caribbean homes. Before I announce my retirement and what's next, I want to thank everybody in Turks and Caicos who made this happen. There was a lot of pressure behind the scenes for people to cancel the event, to denounce the event, to not support us. All of you guys stood up strong. If you're listening to this, I'm speaking to you. Thank you very much. As for what's next, we've navigated the globe trying to find the best locations.
And they decided on Utila, where they already have been, and the only people that will accept them.
Our tribe has grown, and now, for the first time, we have the support to finally do what we really want to do. That said,
which is scam people via phones and track their every move and then explode them.
I'm retiring
one day at a very opportune moment.
Retiring today from selfie videos and retiring from rage baiting. The sound of the festival this weekend was always going to work. We weren't trespassing on the island in Utila. That's all water under the bridge. It's now time to level up. The official announcement for what's next won't be a selfie video.
But actually, it was.
This announcement is going to have some elements of the past, a modern twist, and a budget bigger than Fire One. I will see you guys soon.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Comments are, why are you calling a beach party with 60 people a festival? Yeah, that's what it was. Billy, there was max 50 people. That's not a festival, and it wasn't a success, my guy. Bro went from failed festivals to throwing a small birthday party and calling it a retirement. You can say anything on this app. So true. Well, thank you, Billy. I'm glad we caught up with you. Which one will come up first, Trump phone or Mag phone? I keep bringing Trump up today. I don't know why. I guess he's like, there's a lot of similarities between him and Billy McFarland. So it ain't what it is. Okay. Okay. Billy McFarland's group that are going to be on the island.
These people are con artists.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Cult.
Mm-hmm. And this is what Billy will say, screaming.
We're not a cult.
We'll check back in with him at some other time and see how he's doing. Okay. Let's spin. Delete. You've been deleted, Billy. Okay. Oh, another man! Yes! This is man forward today. We got one woman and the rest, well, there's 2 topics about men, 2 topics about women. So it's split 50-50, but as you know, men go first. After you, my sir, is the age-old adage, right? We've lost humanity somewhere along the way. We lost our way. Okay. Ned Fulmer, you might remember him from the Try Guys. He was also the guy who tried cheating on his wife. Remember that? That was a preview of what Ned Fulmer will be saying in his, not latest video, but in a video that everyone's talking about. And by everyone, I mean 4 people who are chronically online, one of them being me. Ned has decided that he is going to try being a stand-up comedian. And guess what his topic of laughter was? Cheating on his wife. So even after a horrible public divorce, even after humiliating himself via podcast with his ex-wife, having to explain and go through everything that he went through and his thought process of why cheating on his wife didn't seem like the worst idea, he still is using his wife as a way to gain and retain relevance. So this is called Tried Stand-Up Comedy. And I just want to point out again, now he's hired to make these videos a crew. This guy has money, okay? Now whether he's going to have money forever, it remains to be seen. But he was like front row at the World Cup game when Canada was playing and was pretty close. So he's going on trips. He's hiring these crews that cost like tens of thousands of dollars per project or per day. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So he probably, like, one of them is home recording. So 14 videos that he's hired. Let's imagine that's probably, I don't know, 50,000 plus in production costs, more, because he's got a whole crew of guys with like audio boom mics and stuff. It's overkill. And so anyways, and the views are abysmal. The only ones that he gets high on, I think, are the ones that he pays to get boosted. So that's even more money. And it's still not working. Yet, here we are. He's still putting it out. And I guess similar to Billy McFarland, he's never going to give up. And you just have to accept that he's on the internet. And that's it. Some guy 00001, thank you so much. As always, some guy says, Billy gives big cocaine energy, always shouting. Is that the only reason he gives you big cocaine energy? He definitely seems like a guy who knows how to raise the roof, raise his voice, and raise the powder up into his nostrils. Am I right?
I do not give a fuck.
That's what Billy would say. Also, here's a new soundbite for you, just for you, some guy.
I can cut a bitch.
People felt really loved and cared for when I would yell at them.
And going back to Ned Fulmer for a second, Ned has probably the most haters of any guy on the internet. Billy McFarland has less haters. He's got more people pointing out his delusions. But Ned Fulmer has possibly the biggest anti-fan base. Maybe James Charles is close. Ned Fulmer actually might have more. Because James Charles, as much as he is horrible and people don't like him, oh, thank you so much for the jewels. I still haven't found out exactly what jewels are. I think there's a conversion thing, but thank you to Alexis B10 for that. This is what people think about Ned Fulmer. This is what their feelings are for him.
I hope you both get eaten by rabid dogs.
And by both, I think all of his personalities. Thank you, some guy. And also,
Take off your glasses and go drive a vehicle.
finally,
I need attention. I need help.
that's Ned in a nutshell. That's Ned in a Ned shell. Speaking of comedy. My poor baby wants some food. Should I be nice? What do you guys think? Should I be nice and give her an early meal? A double meal? What do you think? Vote now. Okay, everyone, listen up. The sound of the machine is about to start. 3, 2, 1. She's never been happier. Okay, let's watch I Tried Stand-Up Comedy. And again, we're going to see the high quality of video production that's going into this, okay? This is not cheap.
By the end of the video, it'll be my name in lights. It's a life of a stand-up.
I wish they would turn the music up higher. That would make this better.
Hello, everybody. In this video, I'm going to be performing at my first ever stand-up comedy show. If you know me, I'm sorry. And if you don't know me, don't Google me. Stand-up is tough. There's no escape.
Now, there's an accusation. We'll get to it. But there's an accusation that he added laugh track. Even though he's admitting that he bombed, he still added laugh track for his own narcissistic reasons.
Escaping the real-time feedback from the audience.
What the fuck?
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Boss hates me. Luckily, I got some help.
This is not directed at Ned. This is directed at Ned's personality and him interacting with women in the workplace. If I can... Did I add it? Damn it. Oh, yeah, here it is. It's like, are you my subordinate? Tell me another insult about my video. I just want to hear you say it. And he goes,
Suck on my toe.
and then she runs away. And he's like, I'm sorry.
I had a thriving wild stallion of Eros.
Okay, here we go. So he's doing his... This is so 2010. And as someone who had a career of doing 2010 content back in like 2016, this was like kind of... I wasn't as highly produced as this. I had to shoot it by myself and like do it. But I would do the stand-up, and then I would do the bridge, and then I would do thank you for watching, and you know, whatever. I did that type of stuff too. It's over. This era is over. This doesn't exist anymore. No one wants to buy it.
I'm getting emotional right now
Oh, thank you.
Yay, so excited to catch you live.
Cooper Callie 3, thank you. So excited to catch you live. Thank you. I'm excited to catch you live in my hand, metaphorically.
I don't really care what the FDA says.
You have leaky gut.
That's just advice that you can take into your daily life. Okay, thank you.
Joining me today is Suba Agarwal. She is a hilarious stand-up comic.
Why are we so mean to sex workers? I never understood that. Oh, you mean the people who took all of the dick that none of us wanted like a goddamn hero? Thank you.
We're gonna do a one-on-one workshop.
Not the strongest joke I've ever heard.
And then I'm gonna be thrown to the wolves in my first ever open mic. A brutal training ground where the only other audience members are other comedians.
A lot of sad dudes get into stand-up after they get a divorce.
You motherfuckers can't make me Google what the Try Guys are.
At the end of the video, I'm gonna be booked as a...
This is starting off really bad. Makes me wanna.
Time for me, you, and all the nations to get us some elevation.
Okay, just needed a little break.
A real stand-up comedian at the Elysian Theater in the Bizbaz show. Will the crushing weight of being truly known by an audience witnessing me bare my soul as a comedic performer crumple me? Or will I discover a strength I never knew I had? Stay tuned to find out. Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
The most uncharismatic opening ever. Hello. How are you? This is like a guy who texts really good, really sexy, and then you see him in person. Hi. Okay. Great intro.
Well, I would like to experience a day in the life of a stand-up.
Yeah.
What am I in for?
Day in the life of a stand-up? You missed a whole word there, Ned. Okay, sorry. I need to roast him. Speaking of comedy, I need to roast him this whole time. Let's go.
To experience a day in the life of a stand-up.
Yeah.
What am I in for?
Stand-up comic. There's a word after that. Doi? See, that's a joke. He meant to say... Hold on. He meant to say stand-up comic.
Okay, so a day in the life. First, you wake up at 2 p.m. because you have clinical depression.
Okay.
No. It's interesting you say that because there's so many different things people are doing under the scope of comedy art, like within the package. Like there's podcasters, there's people who do sketches, so that can take up a large portion of their day. And then of course there's the actual art form of stand-up comedy, which we all do, which should be writing jokes and getting up on stage.
Most stand-up comics I know either have a YouTube channel and are very successful with it, and they do that full time, or they work as a real estate agent, and then they do this on the side for fun.
There's no substitute for working out material on stage.
Why is that?
There's no other way to truly gauge your jokes. Like what works on social media will not necessarily work live because social media is very much an attention economy. So you're...
Oh, sorry. I'll lower it down. It's the gosh darn music of this thing. It's like that's the only thing semi-interesting, has any energy, is the music track.
Stuff could be very interesting, like it could keep somebody's attention to keep them from scrolling, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna make a club erupt in laughter. So there's no substitute for trying your jokes out live.
Well, here I am. Okay,
Yay.
so for this works, yay! You asked me to just write some jokes. But is it okay if I have my notes with me?
No, yeah.
Okay, this is...
What the fuck? No, I'm kidding.
I don't know.
Sorry,
No. Oh, no.
Sorry.
Boss hates me. How do I go about writing material?
So I would...
Is that what you start with, writing?
Yes.
Or do you just kind of like fuck around and just riff and like, hey, look at your shirt, Betty?
You can try that, but...
That was a good one, Ned. That was a good one.
It's not going to go well for you. Like the more prepared you can be ahead of time, the better your chances of success are.
I see. Audience of one. Thanks for being here. She's like, I was paid to be here. Hey, I am Ned Fulmer. If you know who I am, I'm sorry. And if you don't know who I am, don't Google me. Please. I have only...
And they call that a bisexual tone.
Okay. We're gonna get through this, you guys. He's gonna talk. He's gonna redeem himself.
Tried this once or twice, really coming in with very limited experience. We did do a video that I was cut out of, killed, by the way. So that like taught me a couple of things, but this is like, assume that I'm just starting from scratch.
For sure. So
he killed in the past, but they cut him from the video because he committed adultery with a coworker. He's so unlucky. The video that he got cut out of, he did really good at stand-up comedy. He forgot everything and now bombed, but forget about it.
I would say think about what your favorite comedians are. Like what is drawing you to stand-up comedy? Do you like dry one-liners? Are you more of an observational comedian? Do you love telling personal stories?
Yeah, personal. Whenever I can talk about myself, that's what I want to do. I want to talk about me, and my wife, my ex-wife, exclusively, please.
And using that as a jumping off point.
It seems like some people are telling stories, but then others are just heightening aspects of their life.
Yeah,
How do you
course.
feel about emotional truths?
I think it's fine.
You see, I used to be famous at BuzzFeed for trying new things.
I mean, that's a strong word, famous, but okay.
And then I tried having a midlife crisis. Yeah, I basically wrote the listicle 10 reasons why having a workplace affair will shatter your marriage and career.
Humor is a coping mechanism. And then
sympathy laugh. I'm familiar with that. Both on the receiving and giving end.
when you're honest about what you're going through and you're making light of it and you're processing it and you're walking around with it in a way where you have control over it, it means a lot to people who are going through similar pain.
So don't shy away from the pain.
I wouldn't.
I'm like the meme of Obama before versus after his presidency, where he's super old after. Except instead of killing Osama bin Laden, I killed off all my brand partnership prospects. Now the only brands that'll sponsor me are boner pills and BetterHelp. And I don't even medically need BetterHelp.
You sure about that? Oh, because he's saying he does need boner medication. Okay. I'll give you half a point for that one, Ned, because I believe that to be true as well. What? Oh, Philly turned text and says, Kia, you said unlucky, but I think you mean unlikable. No, none of this was his fault. He didn't mean it, guys. He tried. I can't even lie for him on his behalf.
I cried in Ocean.
He was trying to make it work, but he wasn't famous enough.
I am getting emotional right now.
Okay, here we go.
Slow burn. When it comes to writing, where do you go for material? Is it like things that you see? You keep a little notebook?
Both, I do. I write down premises all the time throughout the day. Anything that like strikes me. Maybe there's something that like annoys you or something that you have a strong opinion about or like a funny story or a realization you had.
Right.
So, and just writing those down throughout the day. Yeah.
I have been icing my face in the mornings, you know, those ice baths. I don't know if you guys do that. It's been completely transformative. It's transformed me from ugly to cold and ugly. How do you find the...
Yeah, have we heard a joke that's not about him specifically directly yet? I don't think so. Also, I do that. I have a list of jokes. You want to see? On my notes app. Want to hear one? Don't steal it, okay? This is really important. And I'm putting it, this is copyrighted. I'm going to send this to the copyright office right now. You ready? The only pain I want, champagne. Eat the rich, but only if they eat me first. stupid. Why are nomads actually really mad? Okay, and I'm out. Good night. See ya.
The line between things you want to keep private and things you want to make jokes about?
I think for me, when it comes to things I'm keeping private, it's only if it affects somebody else.
I would just say that I'm in the middle of a rebrand. I'm going for that jaded dad bod Ben Affleck back tattoo aesthetic. You know, less daddy and more every other weekend father. I'm kidding. I have a great relationship with my kids.
I'm kidding. I don't have custody. I don't get visitation either.
The ones I know about. Nope. Not true.
When I first started out, I made myself sit for at least an hour, even if I couldn't write anything. I was like, I have to sit here and just try and just try. And so then it became much easier to write.
What drives you?
I feel like I'm in a lounge drinking a martini in the 1950s with the guys from Mad Men with this music. My God.
Child abuse. No,
Okay.
And cut.
Check, please. I have been doing a lot of therapy lately. Done a lot of work to meet the truth face to face, even when I want to run away, which brings me to blind dates. All right, you guys didn't get that one, but
Yeah, I didn't understand that one.
Want to run away, which brings me to blind dates. All right, you guys didn't get that one, but that was on me for not writing it good enough. Okay, so you get up on stage, you try it out. How do you know if it's working or not?
You'll know, buddy.
Well, the audience will let you know.
Yeah, you'll know.
But I'm a big fan of recording yourself. So video, audio, whatever you can do, and then watching it back. So you can be like, oh, this worked, this didn't work. Why didn't this work? How do I fix it for next?
Okay, here's a good joke that I wrote, I think. I think it's a good joke. You tell me. I'm going to hit the laugh track regardless. So in the world of Kia's world, this killed. You ready? And it's relevant and it's real. It's a real story. I'm dating a waiter. Yes, I'm dating a waiter. Very exciting. And he's really, really good at it because I'm still waiting for him to introduce himself to me. I am so lonely. What do you guys think? Hey, thank you. I'll be here until 2 hours and 30 minutes probably.
So it's a really iterative process.
Mm-hmm.
I did recently date someone who was polyamorous, though, and they actually invited me to meet their boyfriend, which is, this big deal. And I thought to myself, now finally, here's a way I can make male friends without playing pickleball. I can't wait for this to be on TikTok tomorrow. Here it's also...
No one wants to talk about you on TikTok. Only on YouTube and essays where everyone says, we hate to talk about him again, but here we are.
A lot about specific words and the lead up to the joke, like if you say it this way versus that way.
Yeah.
That comics really nerd out about word perfect delivery.
Some do.
Some do?
That really depends on the type of comedian you are. Like some comedians are very much just personality based, and I'm not saying that in a pejorative way. There's other comedians such as myself who are much more written and on the page. And then every word I'm doing does, for the most part, matter in some way.
Art's a reflection of life, and I can never erase the pain.
We're now to the Curiosity royalty-free music from Envato Elements. We've reached that stage of the video.
That I caused. I can only wake up each morning, try to be a better man, a better father, to take accountability privately and publicly.
He's making this whole thing into a joke, which is the premise of the video, so whatever, but it's not a joke that your kids and your wife were humiliated publicly because of your actions. So he's really going, you know how I feel about this? I don't really care. It's actually pretty funny now, and I get to take control of it and make a joke out of it. It's like, yeah, but it wasn't just you. It's not something that happened to you that you're. It's like Russell Brand going, it was so hard for me to go through that rape trial. It's like, you did that to yourself. And also, the victims are part of it. So if he tried to come out with jokes about it, it would not go well. And same with this. It's like, joke about yourself, self-deprecating, but not the pain that you've caused other people. It doesn't typically work, I don't think.
I had a breakdown.
Rebuild my life with integrity one day at a time. And so that's why I'm so sincerely grateful and truly want to thank Boner Pills and BetterHelp for sponsoring today's set. Thank you so much. I'm Ned.
All right.
Have a great show.
But on the unseen Try Guys video, he killed. So this is not a true reflection of his skills.
Let's run through this. Okay.
What were your overall impressions?
Bad. Could be better. Stop talking about yourself and only talk about literally anybody else other than your wife or you.
Felt very genuine and honest.
Aww.
So, like, as somebody watching, it's like, oh,
except for the parts that are blatant lies, but they're jokes. They're not lies, they're jokes.
Okay. I don't know that I had anything, like, overall super critical. You were really comfortable. When you came out, you were playing with the stage. You, like, riffed off of me being here. So that energy, if you can keep that in front of, like, a crowd full of people, you'll be great. The only thing I would try to focus on, again, is not going into your phone as much, but you're not as memorized as you would be.
He's like, you bitch. I hate you.
Bitch.
That's what he's thinking in his mind right now.
Otherwise, so it's fine. And you're going to a mic where people are expecting you to do stuff you've never done before, so.
Got it. Okay.
How do you impress open micers?
Oh, God.
Hey, Acapulco's open mic. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, y'all. On deck, we got Cooper Lion. After that, we got Laura Laham. Right now, though, I'll tell some jokes. Why not? I follow a lot of Instagram models. Not a lot, a tasteful amount. A tasteful amount.
Just a paid crew of laugh track artists, because that was quite the laugh for that joke. A tasteful amount. Come on. Come on.
I'm gonna smash your phone.
And don't shame me for that, because I know y'all follow Instagram models, because every time I look at an Instagram model that I'm about to follow, it's just like, also followed by Steve. And you're like, good shit, Steve, you know?
I don't like it when people describe pictures of well-plated food as food porn, because I've never been late to work because I was stuck looking at photos of chicken tartare.
I do have a lot of unavailable men who take a lot of interest in me. They're like, oh, you seem so fun. You seem so like cool and laid back. You do stand-up. You seem like a fun girl. And I'm like, first of all, I'm just unmedicated.
I don't know if you can tell by the way I look. I can't wait to these Tesla robots. Anybody else? Anyone? Oh my God. The shit out of these robots, man.
First time here. Give it up.
Woo! It's a rough one out there, I guess. Maybe I should give this a go. Give it a whirl.
They're going to be dropping some really powerful, amazing, life-changing shiz.
Or maybe they won't be. That was rough.
Ned Fulmer!
Hey, thank you. How did my set go?
Let's really get the Motown up. I don't think there's enough Motown to get this video to be any louder.
Bad, bro. Bad. Yeah, if you don't know me, don't Google me. I am...
Great edit. He's like, yeah, that guy was not just on his phone ignoring me. He was Googling who I was, because I'm very important.
Ned Fulmer. Oh, that was so uncomfortable. And, yeah,
I hope he falls on the stage and starts crying again. And records himself falling, going, oh, it was so painful to go through that experience.
Be famous at BuzzFeed for trying new things. Then I cheated on my wife. Turns out that was the one thing I should not have tried that was new. Made me check a lot of the privilege from past experiences being an influencer and stuff. But you know, I've been practicing self-care lately. Things like crying on the toilet and doom scrolling Tinder. You know, I got very discombobulated in the...
Do you think he wrote these jokes with ChatGPT? ChatGPT? Because it feels like he could probably just put that prompt in and go, pretend I'm Ned Fulmer from the Try Guys, post wife scandal, 20 jokes, please. And he just recited them off.
Middle of my set, I got off track. I kind of forgot things. What else? You know, you could say I'm in the middle of a rebrand. You know, I'm embracing my jaded dad bod Ben Affleck back tattoo aesthetic. You know, I'm less daddy and I'm more every other weekend father. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I have a great relationship with my kids.
He's looking at his phone. I have a great relationship with my kids. I think I am blocked, but not to worry. I will show up at their house any day now. That didn't go over well because I got a restraining order. The jokes have ended. I am now just talking about my life.
I don't think that the self-deprecating humor played as well in a crowd of comics that were already pretty self-deprecating. This experience has aged me. You know, I'm like the true. I'm like the Obama before the presidency versus after meme, except instead of killing Osama bin Laden, I killed my brand sponsorship opportunities. Yeah. Right now, the only brands that'll sponsor me are Boner Pills and BetterHelp. Yeah, pretty solid, yeah.
Like, we wish we had that opportunity. We wish we had a brand sponsorship at this taqueria in the hills.
Oh, actually, BetterHelp rejected me too. My Boner Pills and BetterHelp line, someone heckled, like, hey, those are actually pretty good sponsors. I was like, oh, this is a different crowd. I'm just trying to rebuild my life with integrity, one day at a time. And I'm great.
Let's get the music so that we're at a cafe on a first date, and let's put the volume to 75.
Grateful to be here. Thankful to you all for having me, and I'm so thankful to Boner Pills and BetterHelp for sponsoring today's set. Thank you so much. Made some friends.
Whoa, a lot of sad dudes get into stand-up after they get a divorce.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. Oh man, that was crazy.
Man.
I got cooked pretty bad.
You got cooked, bro. You're gonna go to therapy tomorrow for this.
No, that's.
This is a good PSA for being faithful to your wife, though. This whole experience. Can't keep your dick in your pants. You're gonna wind up bombing in the pool room at a Mexican restaurant.
Hey, that was good. Finally, a funny one.
10:30 at night.
I'll be honest, I was a little surprised at how hard they went. I knew you were gonna get cooked a little bit.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
I don't got nothing else to say about the room. I ain't got shit. You motherfuckers can't make me Google what the Try Guys are.
Like, I wasn't mad at it. I was just like, oh man, oh dang, they're really going there. Well, it's because they're saying the truth.
Thanks, Sue.
I know, man.
Yeah.
He has a faceless social media profile, so ladies, those dick pics you're getting are from him.
I guess a guy cheated or something. I don't care. I think that's good.
Like, you need to sit and write some jokes, and also you just need to get comfortable up there.
You need to shut up and stop doing this, and also go home and sign off the internet also.
Like, I think that's the biggest thing.
Give me a job. I think it's good.
The one advice I always give to comics is the most simple advice, which is beginning, middle, end.
But for real, I'll do your fucking podcast.
Just keep it clean. Less is more all the time, you know.
Are you gonna do a show now? Like in front of an audience?
Okay. 25th, there'll be an audience. Yeah, this is part 2. You guys are on the low moment, and hopefully the part 3.
I love being the low moment of most people's lives.
Okay, so now the final act. He's going to put in the fake laugh track to show that he's overcome his difficulties in Act 2 by doing the same jokes the same way and taking nothing from the first experience and just doing it where he pays people to go and then edits it to make himself look better. It's going to be my prediction. And we're almost done.
It's the night of the show. People are in there, been hanging out backstage with the other acts. It's a variety show, so some people have props, costumes.
Oh, how I hate the spooky woods.
I don't need a license to do the kind of stuff I'm doing. You know what I mean? Just a cup of your piss, and we go from there.
This is very LA. This is also very New York. People who are in a show and they just want an outlet for their creativity to do like a one-man show, open mic. Hey, love it. Love to see it.
Ariel's there.
You are such a clown. I didn't want you to be a clown. Do you know what that's from? It's from a famous show. I don't want you to be a clown.
There. Very exciting, but also nerve-wracking.
I don't know if anyone ever asked you this question. I fucking hate this. Sometimes people will see my tattoos. Oh, Super, those are big. Do you regret getting them? I don't, thank you. I'm like, why would I regret tattooing 9/11 was an inside job? No, I'm kidding. Could you imagine? They're beautiful. Could you imagine? It's like, yeah, I tattooed honk if you love foreskin. I didn't. They're gorgeous.
I'm just gonna take a deep breath and just try to relax, be in the moment, listen to the audience, and enjoy myself.
Baskets. Yeah, you got it. Spiffy Cat and Jillians of Crafts. You won the grand prize of me saying this.
Poverty mindset.
Oops. I meant to say this.
Peasant.
Oh, I meant to say this, I mean.
I'm all about getting a free ride.
Welcome back, Dave. Also,
you are privileged AF.
Okay, Half Metal Alchemist also got it.
I'm super freaking privileged.
And also?
Scruffy cones.
Good pop culture knowledge, you guys. I'm very impressed. Okay.
Supposed to be fun, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the one and only Ned Fulmer.
Here it is. It's like just putting myself out there, right? You don't learn anything unless you go for it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ned Fulmer. If you know me, I'm sorry. And if you don't know me, don't Google me. Yeah, I don't know if you know, but I was social media famous at BuzzFeed for trying new things. And then I cheated on my wife. Turns out that was the one thing I really shouldn't have tried new.
Again, he didn't change anything. He had his stand-up. He did it with the coach. She gave him feedback. He took none of it. He does the same exact thing at the open mic. He's changed none of it. And now he's like, that's it, guys. That's the lesson. Whatever I want to do, take no one's advice, then I will succeed.
BuzzFeed, you know, I basically wrote the listicle 10 reasons why having a workplace affair will shatter your marriage and career. Like, subscribe. Yep. It's led me to stand up, though. Seems like I fit right in. Thank you very much for having me. This real speedrunning my divorced dad telling jokes narrative. I have been trying to make more male friends. That's something I've been working on. It can be hard to make male friends in LA, especially if you don't do things like play pickleball or have a stable relationship. I
a lot of my friends in the group chat, they're married and they have kids, so the jokes hit different now, you know? My friends, they're like, oh gosh, I would pay any price just to have an hour to myself. And I say, my friends, a price does exist. For a mere 50% of your net worth in crippling loneliness, you may have all the time in the world. Yeah, making friends is tough.
I feel like that could have been a funny joke-ish, where he could have said, oh, there's a price, but once you pay, or something like, just keep it, you know, let the silence tell the story on that one. There's a price, and I paid it. Like, that could have been a little bit more subtle than what he did, in my opinion. Okay?
But are you lazy?
No.
Yes, you are.
Dating as a single parent is tough. You know, it's less tequila soda and more my little soda pop. That's a K-pop Demon Hunters reference. It's a children's movie that I've seen approximately 84 times.
I hate my children. Who's with me? Thank you to D Megadoo. I'm just kidding. Sorry. D, thank you so much. IB2VU. When you paused previously when he was outside, he said his ex-wife Ariel was at the show. Yikes. What? She was? At the last show or this show? Uh-oh, I didn't hear that part. Why? Ariel, I guess she just wants to see him be ashamed. Watch him make a fool of himself.
Dumbass.
Ugh.
Silly, dumb, incapable.
That's her screaming from the background, just saying those things.
You're a loser.
Get off your butt.
She's got to know that this is not a salary. He's spending way more than he's making on these videos. So she's seeing her net worth, if she truly is invested in his future, go down the tubes as they speak. Thank you, D.
I did go on a date with someone who is polyamorous lately. They invited me to meet their boyfriend, actually. I'm like, whoa, this is huge. Meeting the boyfriend? Finally, here's a way to make male friends without having to play pickleball. Thank you so much. I've been Ned Fulmer. Wow, what a rush.
People call me Ned Fulmer, but I am quite emptier these days.
Really pushed me out of my comfort zone, even though I'm a stage performer. This was like totally on a...
He's a stage performer? Since when? I thought he was a scientist before he was on the Try Guys. What stage performance did he do with the Try Guys?
Completely different level.
Hey, Ned! Hey, all right. We did get some fun comments on Instagram once we booked Ned. We did. We did. A lot of people calling for us to punish him. And I thought, he's doing a 6 o'clock clown show at the Elysian Vault. We're doing it.
That was funny.
So much easier to just edit at your computer and then click publish.
Yeah, no shit.
And then close your computer when there's a stream of negative comments.
The subject is not self-aware. Fail. Okay, that's Ned Fulmer. That's what he's up to. Let's see if he's still even doing his podcast. Has he hit rock bottom yet, or are we still have to pretend this is real? Let's see. 9 months ago was the... We've gone through 9 months since that? That feels like yesterday. My God, time's flying. Okay, yeah. He's got a record-setting 105 views on this one from 9 hours ago. Oh, look at... What the hell is this? This is the picture of him kissing the employee that someone snapped. We missed this one. It's only got 18,000 views. It's 47 minutes, but it's called My Rock Bottom. He's desperate to stay relevant, because why would you do this? It didn't even get any waves. I kind of want to watch, but I don't want to stick on it forever. But let's
Hello
just see.
and welcome back to the Rock Bottom Podcast.
Oh, he doesn't even show his face on this one? Lame. And it's, what a low effort. It says, why is he watermarking a picture of him cheating? Okay, let's just listen for like 2 minutes.
I'm Ned Fulmer. Today, I have an episode that's a little bit different and very special.
It's very special. I put my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend who I cheated on my wife with, who was also my employee, on the thumbnail. It's very special.
I was a guest on Marnie Breaker's Helping Couples Heal podcast. Marnie is a couples therapist.
I hate his...
Hello?
No vocal fry. Now we have... what's her name on Serial? Hi, this is... What's her name on Serial? It's not Maggie Haberman. That's the other one. Serial. It's similar to that, though. Podcast. Sarah Koenig. He's trying to sound like Sarah Koenig. Welcome to my podcast. I am in the studio. Okay, maybe we'll hold this for another day. How about? I don't want to bore you guys to tears. The horrific story behind the internet's worst wife guy. Okay. Well, Ned Fulmer. That's bold to put that like that, man. Ned, you outdid yourself. We'll come back to that. We have it on the savings. Okay, let's move on. We got the gist. We got the gist. Hey, we got the gist. Okay. What will it be next? Yay! Okay. Grocery store influencer goes viral. Okay. So we love a good grocery store influencer, right? Did you even know those existed? Okay. So I never heard of this person before. Can you believe that? There's an influencer in this world that I never heard of. No, there's so many influencers that exist now that they have 20 million followers. I'm like, who is this? Why does anyone care? Anyways, so this person, Catherine Ebb, she's been an influencer, like a lifestyle influencer in New York City for several years. It seems like it's her full-time job, possibly her and her husband's, both their full-time jobs, doing this influencing where they go to different places and talk about their life. And she's got a traumatic backstory that she likes to dribble out, you know, very similar to all these influencers, like, you know, not rage bait, but, you know, I went through this, I'll tell you about it in 17 parts, and I'm always the hero, and here's my nose job that I got, and here's 20 days countdown to my recovery. You know, that's kind of the vibe of her content. But she went viral recently for going into a grocery store. Okay, now I have a bunch of stuff from her account that we'll start with the viral thing, we'll go backwards. But she acts like she's never been inside a grocery store before, and yet her content seems to revolve around going into grocery stores. So this is even weirder. Okay, so this is the TikTok that started it all, started the internet ablaze about a woman influencer going to a grocery store and how she acted inside there. Okay, and you know, when you have a Montauk shirt, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be someone down to earth. It's gonna be someone level-headed and able to see the ridiculousness of their own self-image, for sure. So this says, our grocery order got canceled, so we're last-minute shopping on a holiday weekend.
Sam's Club canceled.
Here we go.
Sam's Club canceled our order 3 different times, so we are in this teeny tiny little town in the mountains, and we're gonna try and hopefully get all of our groceries for the next 4 days.
Teeny tiny town in the mountains. They're going to go to the grocery store. I believe it's Tops grocery store. So if you're in like the New York, Western New York, upstate New York area, you're familiar with Tops. It's not a tiny general store. It's a chain. And my dad actually worked there back in the day in the seafood department. So I have a special connection to Tops. So how dare you insult my heritage? Okay, so here we go.
This is so small town vibes. It's not even funny.
Okay, so there was tile on the floor, which gives small town vibes, I guess.
I have a feeling this is not going to be good news. We don't even have a cart. This is a simulation. Oh, shit. Here we go, I guess. While she's grabbing that.
So it's a simulation because the cart was not inside the store, it was outside the store, which typically is how it goes. Okay.
You do need a melon? I'm just sitting here laughing. I'm just sitting here laughing. Their fruit.
At what? What is so funny?
It does not look good. Like, all their fruit looks bad. I just looked at Lauren, she's like, I'm stressed out. I'm mad at Sam's. Sam's Club and I are not friends. Oh, they threw a bag of suitcase. Guys, this is not good.
They only have 80 bushels of yellow potatoes. How am I supposed to select one? Right, Taro? How would you even know how to select one out of that limited amount of options?
Maybe I'll just do these. Aaron, I know, needs some stuff for his salads. At this point, I'm just grabbing shit.
It looked like everything was fine.
I'm like, low-key, we should...
Yeah, she's 29 years old, this influencer. I was shocked by that. I think she looks great, but she does not look 29 in my humble opinion. I'm 6 years older than her. That's crazy.
Just order out, because this is crazy. I don't see any 100% beef. This is absolutely insane. Lauren and I literally just keep saying we're fucking mad at Sam's Club.
What's insane? What is insane? There's stocked shelves everywhere. This chick, she's from Florida. Apparently she's from Tampa. So she's been through a hurricane before at Publix, likely, or Winn-Dixie. So she's acting like she's never seen a grocery store. It's like, and a grocery store that's busy and empty. There's no way she has never experienced that if she's truly from Florida and not an insane person. So I think this is all an act for engagement.
I feel like I'm in a simulation right now. For my 4-year-olds.
What does that mean?
This is the only kind of pickle.
That's fine. Aaron needs them for a salad too. You're good. Okay, I'm seeing ribeye or strip. You like ribeye or strip better?
No filet mignon? How dare?
This is crazy.
I don't want to be clown.
Sam's Club canceled our...
Okay. So that was part 1. Does she have part 2? Okay. Part 2 starts... She got the corn.
This is crazy. Butter. I don't see any normal eggs. Oh, shit. Those are ours, simply because... Right. Those are ours. Definitely have to hit... Beep, beep. We have to hit the fruits and veggies again. How much do you hate me right now?
I mean, not a lot.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, she's from Tampa and then moved to Minnesota, met her husband at the bank, because he had a 407 tattoo because he's from Orlando and she's from Tampa, so she recognized his tattoo, and that's how they hit it off at the bank. Okay, so that was like not the whole thing, but that was, I guess, what she left up. And then she does an apology. But let's watch the rest, because she goes into the car afterwards too, and she's complaining that, you know, how crazy was that experience. It was so crazy, you guys. I can't, this is a first of all, I don't know what a simulation means exactly to these people. What are you talking about? What are you
Canceled
talking
our
about?
canceled our.
Hold on. Let's see. Maybe this one's got it. Yeah. Okay. This is the full one. So she's like, guys, this is crazy. Random cackling commence.
Beep beep. I don't think I could have ever gotten Lauren drunk or high enough to be in this place right now.
Kim, there's people that are dying.
Don't even ask. A crazy experience. An absolutely insane experience. The greatest part is that guys are there, so all we have to do is drive. I move this car. Holy shnikes.
Try being an influencer for a day.
You could tell the lady at checkout. Now it's started.
So funny that she had to walk the cart back. That's insane. And then it's sprinkling out. What the hell, you guys?
What is happening? Literally, what is happening?
Nothing, actually. It seems like nothing's actually happening.
Not it randomly start raining.
Jesus, it was.
What is happening to us? Jesus, take the wheel. I literally was like, what is going on right now?
Now, do we think influencers create this unnecessary stress for the videos, that they actually are very laid back people and have life under control because they should, given how much wealth and privilege they have? That should be the one benefit of having a lifestyle of luxury, is security and the ability to relax and take it easy, I would imagine. Now, do you think it's all a game, or do you think these people are like Heidi Powell also? I'm so stressed. My coaching job that I decided to do is stressing me out. Like, they just want and need something to complain about. They need conflict to grow their accounts, or it's real. They're all ill in the head. Let me know what you think.
All I know is we gotta go.
We didn't get ice.
Oh my god.
We canceled our order.
Feels like a glitch in the simulation that they forgot ice. Okay, so anyways, that was what went viral. Okay, now here is where was her apology video? Did I go? Oh yeah, here's the apology. It always comes. What's up, you guys? A lot of you new people here. You don't know my sense of humor. You don't understand that life is a simulation to me and that I am perfect and you actually just misunderstood. Okay, let's see.
That's a week it has been. I wanted to come on because I'm not someone to not address the situation, especially at this scale.
Period.
I took the week off to just like kind of be with my family while they were in town. Looking back, the video I had posted walking in the grocery store, did I 1000% have a bratty bad attitude?
Yes.
I was very, very, very frustrated with the day. I spent weeks to make sure that everything went to plan, and us girly pops putting all the pressure on our shoulders to make sure family birthday parties, family weekends,
She doesn't have kids, as far as I understand. So just keep that in mind. She's like, us mama bears, minus the bears and the children that I don't have, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. It's like, you went to a grocery store and you were annoyed that there was other people there, barely, and that there was a ton of options. I don't know what the video is about.
Trips, everything goes well.
It's not about women's workload and emotional load, but okay, make it about that.
Felt like that day was just a simulation. I was like, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. On the flip side, watching it back through the lens of others, I am now well aware that my
day stressors were not reflecting in the video. It was just, again, just a bad attitude, bad energy. And now when I look back, I'm like, I cringe because it's like my intent versus the impact are.
When I look back from 3 days ago, I really have changed as a person. This is something that Rachel talked about, Rachel Hollis, about intent versus actuality or whatever she said. It's like, yeah, but that's a way to go, well, I didn't intend to be offensive. So therefore, people who are upset are dumb.
Are miles and miles and miles apart. And that was just, that's not me. That's not me. That video does not reflect my own true character, my own true thoughts. I come from way, way, way less than what I have now. So I know what it's like to not be able to feed your family, going to bed hungry. And so again, that just was the furthest thing from my intention. And I'm like, when I look back, I'm like, if people were to, like, I wouldn't have posted that if like that was what I knew was landing, because my eyes was the stressors of the day. Not that it's an excuse, but I hope it's something that people can understand where I was coming from.
No.
And I'm just grateful for the people who have given me grace and who have been part of my community for years and know that that's not literally anything I've ever preached. So I giggle now because I'm like, again, I just have so much like cringe in me where I'm like, it's just frustrating. What a week.
But she kept it up. She's got part 1 and part 2 still on her YouTube. So I guess she didn't care that much.
I just have so much like cringe in me where I'm like, it's just frustrating. I do want to say the bullying that's come from this has been so unbelievably eye-opening. I have seen people online get ripped to shreds before, but to
Not the bullying. Not the bullying. No. I can't believe people would be mean to her. You guys, I did insult everyone and look down upon everyone who lives in a town smaller than New York City, but the bullying has to stop. People say they didn't agree with how I talked, and I didn't pull down the video either. And the bullying is just out of control. We need to get in the schools. We need to get in the schools. We need to teach these kids, because they're growing up to be middle-aged meanies, and I just don't like it.
Personally experience it. Whoa. I don't condone the bullying. I don't condone a lot of the things that have been said and done. I wish the people that took this moment for their own virality, if they meant to make such an impact and they wanted to make such an impact, I wish they would have been like, hey, let's use her name for the clout, but like, let's use it for impact. And the impact is every single person does deserve fresh produce and not bleached eggs, not rotten cucumbers. Like, everyone deserves that.
Wait, that took a turn for the worse. What are you talking about, lady? The bullies online, they didn't understand that they should be advocating for anti-food deserts, not by using my name, who no one's ever heard of before, for clout. Got it. So bleached eggs are out. We hate bleached eggs. And the poor people of this small town, they should get into the New York City grocery system, or what?
I have a brother who's vegan, and that was my number one stressor when I walked in that grocery store. All he eats is fruits and vegetables, and I bought him goldfish and popcorn because those are his favorite snacks, and that was primarily what he ate through the weekend, was like more snacky foods.
Oh my God. He couldn't eat the berries that you got, the bananas, the corn. They didn't have vegetables there in cans and frozen also? That's crazy. Are goldfish vegan? No. Goldfish, the famously cheddar cheese flavor. Pepperidge Farm now offers accidentally vegan options in their pretzel line, such as Goldfish Hot Buffalo Seasoned Pretzels. That's not what she put in her cart, though. So actually, her brother should sue her ass for harassment, for feeding her fake vegan products.
So being a big sister in that moment, like, I was just stressed and I felt so horrible that, again, everything that I planned was going wrong. And now
it really is funny. Oh God, this is like textbook 101 apology where you say, it's all on me and I'm so sorry. However, this is the reason why I shouldn't be blamed. This is the other reason why I'm actually a hero and not a villain, and actually better than you even thought before. And this is actually a societal thing that is affecting all women. It happens. It's a tale as old as time. Truly is. It really becomes that. Because as she's saying, I accept accountability, it was a bratty thing to do. She's like, but as a woman, I have all the family parties to plan. Again, she's not like a mother. I think that's a different thing. To be a relatively single person, okay, she's got a husband, but to say like our family rests on my shoulders, it's like, in what way? Like, I think you're choosing to plan parties. You're choosing to, buy the food, and that's your choice. I don't know. It's different than mothers who are sort of saddled with all the extra, baggage because that's society's, tradition. That's a different conversation. But I think she's just like making this like about, oh, this is what all women face, is that we get stressed out and then we go and insult people at the grocery store. We all have done this. And then it's also like, well, my poor brother who's vegan, that's why I was so upset, because on his behalf, it wasn't even about me. It was about my poor brother who I was just trying to serve as a woman. Okay. So am I supposed to feel bad for you now? Is that the intention here or what?
I was like, oh shit, now I have someone in my household that can't eat.
Okay.
But reflecting and like seeing it through the lens of people who are like, I always have people in my household that can't eat. I know how bad that looks. And it truly was not my intention, and I am very sorry. So I am appreciative of those who gave me grace and who also have understood, like, I'm a human being and we all make mistakes. I've always preached that, but I'm also someone who's always preached accountability and the principle. So here I am. I would like to move forward. I have taken my time off to just enjoy with my family while they were here. And I just am ready to keep growing with you guys, without you guys. If you want to be here, you're welcome to be here. If you don't want to be here, that's totally understandable. But just know from the bottom of my heart, I truly am sorry.
But also, you're wrong, and I did nothing wrong, actually.
So, love you so much.
Thank you. We love you too, girl. Okay, so then I pulled some other, maybe possibly, I didn't watch them all, but if it mentioned a grocery store, I pulled it for our viewing pleasure just to see how she acts in other grocery stores. I was just curious. And these are fairly recent. This is from June. It says, come grocery shopping in the pouring rain with me. Oh, she's so nice.
We're getting a storm tonight, and I have nothing for dinner. So you know what that means? We gotta go grocery shopping. Let's go shopping. Should I bring my headphones so I can talk to you guys?
So I can talk to you guys. There's no one there. There's no one here, actually.
Let's go.
Oh my God, you guys. What the hell is happening in New York City? I've never seen this before. What? What is this? This is crazy. Something needs to be done about this. People deserve to have water not fall from the sky.
Oh shit! I'm getting wet! Why is it that every time I need last minute groceries, it's pouring rain? Why? I'm gonna grab these for Lauren because she gets one every day and she probably hasn't gone to the grocery store yet. All we need is corn, cheese.
Oh, so you bought exactly the same shit at this grocery store as you did the other grocery store. Okay. Got it. Corn and cheese. A cheese goldfish, probably.
Potatoes and milk. Freezing in here. The difference in pricing, I'm like, truly, what is the difference? Like, what's the big difference of the milk? I honestly think I'm gonna try the Organic Valley today. See Lando Lakes, and that's what I grew
Does she not have a cart? What is she holding in her pockets? What's going on?
up on, so I'm gonna get that.
Yes.
My dad fucking loved that cheese.
Stop it, girl. Stop it. He did not love that cheese. You're lying. This is simulation.
I could definitely use some parsley for my potatoes as well, because I am out and I don't see any parsley, of course.
Oh my God. What the fuck's wrong with people. This is a simulation. They don't have parsley in New York City. It's not even a small town.
Of course. I don't buy cans often, so I don't even know where their cans are in this store. I literally.
What even is a can? I don't even know the shape of it. I'm so anti-can. I don't even know. I can't. Get it? Hire me, Ned Fulmer. Thank you.
Really, I'm just circling around for can.
Comment, it's your underside profile is T. Says one of the comments. Okay. Get a grip, everybody.
Cans. What a blessing. I grew up on canned food, so to say that I don't even know where it is in a store now is such a fuck. At least I found the organic ones, which
Such a what? Guys, she grew up on cans. She literally ate metal cans to survive.
I think if what I would fuck, at least.
And now she doesn't even know where the cans are.
Even know where it is. Food cans.
Sorry.
Literally, I'm just circling. Even know where their cans are in this store. I literally am just circling around for cans. What a blessing. I grew up on canned food, so to say that I don't even know where it is in a store now is such a fuck. At least
it's such a okay. Cut a little quick there.
I found the organic ones, which is probably what I would buy anyways. Kernel,
yeah,
golden
totally.
corn. And I think if there's any like desserts that I could make tonight that are healthy, but I honestly might just do yogurt bowls with fruit because I'm trying to cut sugar before the 4th. I'm trying to have abs at the 4th, guys. Okay.
Okay. Queen energy girl. So she seemed to have a better shopping spree at the small town mountain town tops than she had here in good old New York City. She was forced to buy cans. At least at the other one she got corn on the cob, like a real American.
We were gonna get drinks delivered, like gummy drinks. Fuck, I forgot Raphael's wine. We like to go in the back way. It's like our own little private entrance. And anyways, I was gonna get gummy drinks delivered or like seltzers delivered.
What is a gummy drink? Like Bubblicious has a seltzer or something? What's going on?
But then I felt bad making someone do delivery in the rain here.
Yeah, I doubt that's why.
I got my legs. Today's lift hurts so bad. I'll see you guys back here in a little bit for some shepherd's pie. Bye!
Bye! Wow, that was so good. I'm so glad she's a millionaire from this content. I don't know if she's actually a millionaire. Okay, this one says, my mom brought me back to my trauma from April in another grocery store. Here we go. She loves the grocery store. Don't let her lie to you.
Crazy right now. We're getting ice cream at the store.
So crazy.
And I was like, we need cookies. Mom was like, I don't eat cookies with my ice cream. Excuse me, what? This is the childhood that I was saying that deprived me. This is why I have trauma. Shut up. No cookies with your eye. I'm sorry. What? It's absolutely crazy.
Okay, that was a nothing.
When people...
Okay, this is right after her nose job. That's why she's got bandages on her nose. But this one I pulled because this explains her current financial status. Okay, it's important to know it.
Something that humors me so much is when people, I don't even know if they think they're racist or know they're racist, but they're so subliminally racist. So for example,
her husband's black, by the way. This is part of the context of what she's saying.
My husband and I fly first class, and so obviously we board the plane first.
Obviously.
But when people see Raphael like walk up, they'll like look like, and where do you think you're going? And then they'll look him up and down and like look at his outfit. They'll see his ring, which mind you, he has a diamond ring. And then they'll look at me, and it's always me that gives it away, because obviously like how a man takes care of his wife says a lot about a man. And I have diamonds. We both have like put together outfits.
I have diamonds. I have rubies. He's got gold. Whatever.
I'm gonna make a lot of money one day.
I'm sorry that you don't have a job.
We all love money.
Your girl is a bougie bitch.
Very clean. Granted, my hair could be better.
Clean.
But it's so funny because then they'll be like, oh, and every single time, I wish I was kidding, they think he's a football player. And then they're like, oh, that makes sense. Like a black guy that has money. Duh. NFL. Duh. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, who'd you play for? And I peep it every single time because I'm like, you're so weird. You're so weird. We're all about to sit in the same section. What does it matter? It is so weird. And
I get what she's saying, I suppose, but also if someone's like, oh, did you play football? What team did you play for? Is that a mean comment? He does kind of look like a football player. Like, he's a pretty big dude, I will say, in my opinion. He's going to show up in one of these.
I feel like they don't even think they're the types of people that are like, they swear they're not racist. And I'm like, babe, something that...
Okay, but she flies first class and she wears diamonds. Just know that, okay? Okay, here's where she talks about her trauma, her actual trauma. And again, she's only 29. So she's going to talk about 30 things to confess, I guess, about her life. And some of it I thought was a little...
Recognize.
Like, oh, she's perfect. And she thinks she's perfect. And she's like, I take accountability. You know who she reminds me of? Is the Bachelorette that threw those chairs at her kids, or near her kids. And she is constantly on the internet talking about how everyone's out to get her. Everyone's just misunderstands her purposely because she's so beautiful and perfect. And, you know, everyone has flaws. And why are you being so mean to me? This is the same vibe I get from her. I don't know exactly why, but I don't know. There's something similar about it to me. Anyways, here it is. I'm Catherine.
Hi, I'm Catherine. Some of you guys recognize me because I've been a content creator for the last 5 years, sharing so many pieces of my daily life, sometimes things that I probably shouldn't post online. But while I love the life
Amen.
I've built, I think there's a lot of people who don't know my backstory, mostly because it's been something in my entire life that I've tried to hide simply out of embarrassment. But now I'm proud of it, because without that, I wouldn't be me without the past. So before I turn 30, I have 30 things I need to say out loud. Things that I've gone through, things that have made me who I am, and things that I've had to go through to grow through. I grew up in a life that wasn't built for me, and I could feel it every single day. Instead of waiting for someone to come fix it, I left, and then I rebuilt. And then when life would break me down again in a completely different way, I rebuilt again. I've done this more times than I can count, from my parents' divorce, leaving my hometown, watching addiction firsthand, writing my will because doctors didn't know if I was going to live, childhood abuse.
I hate to laugh at someone saying writing my will because doctors didn't know if I would live, but then giving no further details is funny to me. I'm sorry. We're supposed to believe it? Okay. Okay, sure.
Watching my dad die on my arms, and much more. I've reinvented myself so many times.
In her arms. Also, I need the details, please.
Not because I wanted to, but because I refused to stay somewhere that I didn't belong. Prioritizing becoming better and not bitter after each and every life experience was always my goal. Every time something...
Taylor Frankie. That's what I'm thinking of. Taylor Frankie, she reminds me of.
My life stopped fitting, I got out. I figured out a new version of myself. I built something new from nothing, and I'm still here. I'm married to the best man ever, living in New York City, working my dream job, literally getting paid to be me. So every week before I turn 30, I'm gonna share something I've gone through and how I grew through it. Because somewhere out there is a girl who's still in the middle of hers, still in the version of her life that doesn't fit her yet. And I want her to know that getting out is possible. Rebuilding is possible.
That you getting out of your small town that has a Tops grocery store should be your top priority. And I'm gonna gas you up that you too can be an obnoxious influencer if you just believe hard enough. She's 29 years old.
You can build something real without anyone handing it to you. And that feeling you have is because that's the future you saying, please don't give up on us. So this is 30 things before 30. Follow so you don't miss them. Hi.
And I was scrolling by for quite a while. I didn't find any. There was like one thing she told us, and then I don't think she continued. Unless she's still turning 30. Maybe she's still, got time. Okay, here's one. It says, grocery shopping looks a little different these days. This is from May.
Not planned this well, but our daily walk ended us right by Whole Foods. So Raphael's going to go back into Central Park with the girls, and I'm going to run over to Whole Foods quick. Okay, bye. Be right back. You be good.
Oh, yikes. They were on vacation. He had a heart attack in front of them. Yikes. That's sad. That is sad. I felt bad for her. That's not easy to go through. I'm sorry for laughing.
I also want parsley, but they don't have it, so.
Who said Mondami's New York doesn't have parsley? Guess she's right.
Oh wait, they do have parsley, yay! And they have like fresh dill. so excited to see these back. I haven't seen those in forever. This is the best ever that we found creamer.
I do wonder who's looking at this content and watching this content. Like, I couldn't even see what creamer she says was the best. It was covered fully by her hand. Like, who's watching this, unironically?
I had coconut coat here. I can't find it where they normally have it. Only thing I haven't gotten is wraps for like our chicken wraps. So I have to find those because that's like the #1 thing we came in here for. Also need tampons, but I don't recognize any of these brands. I guess I'm gonna go somewhere else for tampons.
So, about the same experience, so it seems, but yet this one wasn't a simulation.
I do not know how people survived without Apple Pay ever. I love this generation. Have I been spotted? Thanks. Okay, girls, let's go home. That's all. Bye. I planned this.
Okay, riveting. That got almost 50,000 likes. Why? There's a whole part of the internet I don't get. Last minute grocery shopping to host for taco night. Okay, we'll watch a couple more.
Raphael's taking the girls to the park quick to go to the potty. And then I am going over to the grocery store because we are last minute having friends over. We met another couple and we've been seeing them literally all the time.
I don't think you mean this as a joke, Peace Chain Jump, but it is kind of funny. I feel like this kind of content might be good for people with dementia. My content too. Just forget everything I've said, please.
So fun to have a couple friend. Raphael and I have a couple friends, but their parents live across country and booked and biz.
Do you know if you have any skirt steak like packaged anywhere?
Okay, we only have 2. I don't think that's gonna be enough. I'm gonna grab some chicken breasts too. I think these will be fine. To find ready to go avocados. Okay, I got 4. I might be 7. Okay, I need a white onion. I'm gonna grab these for my tried and true, but it doesn't look like they have it. It's like the habanero. I'm not seeing it, so this will do. Finally found the onions.
Finally.
So it should be good. Yes.
Here's all the items I just showed you again.
I'm wearing the Pete-on shoes. Mind your business. Bag full of goods. I got everything else at home. And they're probably on their way soon, so I gotta get started.
Okay.
My husband asked for chicken Alfredo tonight, and not only did he ask for it, he invited friends over for it, and we have no ingredients for it. What does that mean? I'm walking to the grocery store.
She's always grocery shopping last minute. That's her whole shtick. Grocery shopping last minute for taco night. Grocery shopping last minute for my husband's Alfredo. Grocery shopping last minute for July 4th.
In the rain.
This has 115,000 likes.
In the rain.
One of the weirdest parts about grocery stores here is that I just put stuff in my bag. So it constantly looks and feels like I am shoplifting. I might do these just so I don't have to cut them up. That actually seems like a sleigh. Now that I'm thinking about it, should I bread them?
I don't know, girl. I don't give a shit.
Girl that I poorly...
Okay. That's her husband. And this I pulled because I thought it was kind of mean of her to say this about someone she loves. This and a man who's trainable. Her man who she's sticking up for at the airport for people judging him. He's trainable. Or he was trainable. And she did the training, apparently. And one of the comments, which I agree with, he's a person. Yeah. I second that comment. He's a person. Terrible. Report back in a few months. Okay. Here's just another one. The husband, I think he does influencing with her. And why do you ask that? Or how do I know that? I don't, but it says nybusinesspr@catherineibs.com. So it seems like that's what he does. It's house flipping and doing influencing with his wife. And then I went to her website, right? CatherineIbs.com. And this is what it is. Questions I never got to ask. And it's a deck of cards that was created to dig deeper, learn each other on another level, and get more insight as to why people are who they are. These are mainly designed for kids to ask their parents while they're still alive and able to share their stories, advice, wishes, and more. We get one life, our parents included. Huh? We get one life, our parents included. Use this time to ask them the questions I never got to ask. And then also there's a hoodie that you can buy. It says, tell them you love them for $65 unisex. They only have extra smalls. I'm not joking. Tell them you love them, but only if you're tiny and petite. Then you can tell people you love them. But not the people in small towns at the grocery store. You can tell them you can get out and shop at a real grocery store. One of the questions is, what's your favorite thing about yourself? Whoa. Deep. That's deep AF. Tell me, what's the favorite thing about yourself?
So sad. I am getting emotional right now.
My ability to insult people at grocery stores. Here's another question. What do you want me to try harder with? What's something I can do to improve as a human?
Why am I so emotional?
Okay, so I guess she made cards with words on it, or they did that together. And you can buy it. So that's what they're hawking. That's what I'm talking about. And then you can hire them via PR at her own website's name. So there you go. And this one says, my top 5 horror stories: an off-colored $9 coffee, upper lower back. I don't know what that is. An upper lower back. Don't know. People that lack critical thinking and accountability. Cell phone. Is this a cell phone?
Yeah.
Thank you. Anything less than 8 hours of sleep in a crisp 67 room. Okay. What is it like getting groceries in New York City without a car? Tell me, girl. How is it like? What is it like? I need to know what it's like for you in your life. She's got ankle weights and she's posing. Okay, so that's what it's like, in case you were wondering. You have to wear ankle weights and you have to hold the world's largest bag.
Shopping.
Okay, here's one more.
And this is the sitch. Look at this big Hulkin bag. This bag is massive and it doesn't fit in another bag. It's like that rolly bag, but I have to go grocery shopping and I need a lot of stuff, so you gotta do what you gotta do, okay? I also have on ankle weights because I wanted to also get in a little bit of a leg workout while I was doing this. So
Victoria, you have the inside scoop on this chick. Victoria says, upper lower back is an insult to her husband's body shape. I'm so serious too. Oh, good. Good. I'm glad. That sounds healthy.
New York of me trying to fit in as many productive things that I can do in one sitting. If you know, you know. One of the worst parts living here is that it's always a mix of speed. It's like when you're in a rush or like you're grocery shopping, I'm going to get in and get out. You're in a mall and people are chilling and enjoying their day. But I also like that it slows you down. So it's like a pro and con here for sure.
She hates everyone else. She hates everyone but herself, so it seems. It's really annoying when people are living their lives near me. Ew.
Ow. So I needed to stop and tie my shoe, so I got out of the main entrance. I'm debating, I should probably put this on the bottom of the cart. G-L-A-M-O-R-O-U-S-A. Okay.
It says 146,000 likes. What is wrong with everybody?
That's good. I'm privileged to be able to buy groceries. I gotta find a bag for these in a second. I would love a watermelon, but carrying that home?
I cannot imagine.
Again, I gotta find a bag. This is the biggest bag I've seen in my life.
I mean. That's crazy.
My whole arm.
That's crazy, girl.
For 2 jalapenos.
Wow. Call corporate right now.
I miss growing my own cilantro. What is this?
What about your parsley, though? Did they have parsley here or not?
Nothing about habanero should be medium hot though. But that looks good.
So
I'm
true.
trying to grocery when Raphael's doesn't have the dogs outside because I get to actually walk and shop. The best. I hate the price of them, but they're good. 3. Do I need 3? No. Am I gonna get 3?
I'll look for it, Ollie.
They just came on and said that the elevators to get out of here are broken. Oh. Oh, okay. We really live in New York now, so we all have to go in one elevator to get out. Perfect. There's no way this is $12. When did we get here? That is so good. Those are so yummy. This is one of those grocery trips where I'm gonna regret this when I'm checking out.
So true.
My creamer's out. We're gonna try this one. Do you know like the little nut pods, the creamers?
Oh, we got them right there.
No, they used to be like right up there. It was like
No, you idiot. No.
purple maple. Are they not here?
I gotta check them back to see if we have any more.
It's okay. I'll try
This is a simulation, guys. Can you believe it?
this one. Thank you though. I just hope you don't stop carrying them.
No, we got them there.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I am not going to self-checkout today because this is too much.
So much stuff.
It's gotta be a joke.
Okay.
Once again, hosting and
She's hosting the rain last minute again. She has really good principles. That's important to know. She's got dessert last minute. She's got to do it. She's at Aldi. Okay, here let's look at Aldi. Historically, one of the most cheap grocery stores.
I am so excited to go
And her husband's
shopping
in this
because I have not been to an Aldi since we left Texas.
When did they live in Texas? They've lived so many places.
Oh, you're coming home with me.
A must-have.
You missed this.
We'll be in every aisle.
Blueberries only $1.99. Oh my god, I miss Aldi so much. We've decided that the next 2 weeks we are going on a full whole food diet, no processed sugars, no processed carbs, because we gotta get our shit together for the 4th of July.
After tonight, I still have some ice cream to eat.
Babe, that is crazy. You are done. We're on a diet. Shut the hell up.
You have to think instead of sitting around eating Skittles and watching Oprah reruns.
Yeah. Don't make fun of my shoes. You truly just can't beat their pricing.
She's got hoof shoes. Like a cow hoof or a camel.
$1 at Whole Foods each. Definitely need these. We go through these.
Okay. They buy the same shit every time. All right. There is a Costco video, but I don't know if I want to find it. I'm kind of over her. I'm over it. I'm on to bigger and better things. But thank you, Catherine Ebb. She is a real one for that. And we'll probably see her again because she knows that the internet is forever and the best way to get ahead is to keep creating drama. So she'll be back, I'm sure. Okay, so the last one is consent or creepy on a dating app. Now, this is something I've seen so many hot takes on, and I find it to be an interesting topic and something that I don't know where I land. So I'm curious to hear what y'all think about this. And this is a big thing on my TikTok, at least, where people are talking about online dating and app dating and the low bar that is that atmosphere. And we heard from the Bumble CEO before about AI is gonna take over and, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's even getting worse and worse as time goes on. So this is a voice memo, I guess, or a voicemail that was sent to a woman that matched with a guy. I think they went on one date and it was okay, or went well enough. And then he sends her this pretty forward message about what he's expecting out of the relationship and what he's expecting out of their hangouts. It's a little, I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think. Because some people, there's two camps. Some people say this is what consent looks like. This is pure, open honesty. It might not be nice, but it is true. He's not wasting your time. He's being upfront. And then there's the other side, the other camp that's like, it really is rude to treat people, regardless of sex or how you interact with each other, as objects. And even if you're being open about it, it's still really mean, and there's a different way to approach the subject. And if that's what you truly want, maybe you should have been totally upfront about it, like on your profile, and not just after the first date. So anyways, this is the voice. Okay, wait, hold on. Is this the guy?
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
Okay.
A video went.
Where is it? Sorry, this is the last one I had on my list. Consent or not original. Let's see. Because you got to hear the video at first. Let's see. Sorry.
Basically, a voice memo from a man is going viral on TikTok.
Full voice memo. What's this? Oh, I can't read the creator's name. Sorry, guys. Full voice memo from voice memo guy. Let's put voice memo guy. Maybe that'll pop up. Guy. Full. Okay, here it is.
Had a good time tonight. Yeah.
My friend sent me this voice memo from a guy she went on one date with.
Had a good time tonight. Definitely think you are lovely. However, I would love to, if we're going to go to your place on Thursday, I mean, I am looking to have that physical intimacy to see if, like, I am sexually compatible with you. So, like, if I'm going to come over, like, I would be hoping to, like, hook up, have sex, have a good time, have, like, that romantic spark and that physical spark there for my own sake, because it's hard for me to continue dating if dating.
I don't know why that's so funny. For my own sake. This is what the guy's really saying.
I'm having a really hard time with the load.
Someone and seeing them if I don't know if I'm sexually compatible. So I know you said I don't know about that. So, like, I guess my thing is like, what would be the point of me coming over then if we're not gonna, like, hook up and, like, cuddle and, like, be intimate with each other? And if that's what you don't want, that's fine, but, like, I think we should just, like, end it here then, respectfully, just because first date, that's fine. Like, you want to get to know each other, I'm all about that, but, like, I am looking to have that physical aspect there, and I don't want to continue seeing someone if I don't know if that's good, if that's not there or not. So up to you. Let me know. I'm happy to, if you do want me to come over, I'm happy to do so. Would love to.
I'm happy to do so, as if he's doing her a favor.
Fuck, have a good time, and
wait, hold on.
Me to come over, I'm happy to do so. Would love to fuck, have a good time, and, you know, we can have some wine, hang out, and chill. But if you're not trying to hook up, then, like, I think we should just go our separate ways. Let me know. Had a good time.
So I'm torn as well, because there's several parts in there where I'm, like, rolling my eyes like, this guy sucks. But I do think he's showing, like, I guess the advice I've heard before, and I think it's true, is, like, let people show you they're a jerk. And it doesn't mean that this guy should be obliterated necessarily, but you can say no and go, I'm not interested in that. Actually, the way you're approaching this is totally gross and totally dehumanizes me as a person, and I don't want to. I think it's too soon, perhaps, to do that. I think it's one thing if, like, organically you're hitting it off and the vibes are there, and that's a conversation to be had about where's your limits and your boundaries. But I don't know. But at the same time, I go, well, she saved herself the trouble of him trying to trick her into something or doing something she's not interested in. And so I guess you just find out earlier that this guy, that's what he's about. And so there is benefits to it, but I do feel it is, I don't know, it just feels like, well, what's the point of me coming over if I'm not going to bang you? It's like, well, she's a human being. Maybe there's a connection to be had. You're on a dating app, seemingly. It's not a hookup app. It's dating app. Like, is that not what you want? It sounds like that's what it was the first time. And also, the second time you hang out, you can't even tolerate a second meeting with this person. And I think that's a sign of the times. There's so many options, theoretically, that putting effort and putting investment into one person to see if you guys have a sexual connection is not even worth it to people. It's like, well, I need to like spray my chances across a wide swath of women. It's just like, it's not really a prosecution on him as a person, just sort of a sign of the times. So anyways, let's hear what other people had to say, especially women. Women are talking about this most, I think. Consent voice memo. And like I said, there's two distinct camps. Here it is. Do y'all want consent or not?
A video?
Okay. So this is the one-sided argument.
Video went viral last week of a girl that got a voice note from a guy that she was dating, and he was basically saying, hey, if we're going to continue hanging out, I just want you to know that I am seeking a sexual connection, and if you don't want to explore a sexual connection, then we should probably just end this now, because a sexual connection is a priority to me. And this was presented as a negative thing, and the comments were littered with people saying men aren't lonely enough, etc., etc. And I
mean, that's true.
Sitting there thinking, this is what consent looks like, y'all. Like, we discuss the concept of consent so much, but I don't think people actually understand what it looks like. And that voice note is what consent looks like.
Yes and no. I agree to a point. Yes, it is. But with every social interaction, with everything that we do, not just relationships, romantic, but friendships, neighbors, strangers, anything, there's one way to get an opinion across or to get a boundary across. And there's a politer way to do it, a friendlier way, a more compassionate, considerate way. And I do think his wording was dehumanizing, and I guess that's a strong word, but like lowering of her as a person beyond a sexual object. And I find that to be something that I've dealt with in the past, as a woman. I think I don't want to speak for all women, but that's something that you have to be cognizant of, or you become cognizant of it as you get older. And yeah, it doesn't make you feel good, because it makes you feel, and I should say for me, it doesn't make me feel good, where it's like, oh, that's all I am to you, is just a vessel. Like, I'm a person, I have thoughts and beliefs. And so if someone was to send me that voice memo, I'd feel really like, wow, I don't bring anything else to the table. I'm not worth even getting to know at all in this guy's eyes. So consent, the part that she's saying, yes, but he did it the most harsh way you possibly can. If we're not going to bang tonight, don't bother, like, lose my number, it's very mean. So that's my 2 cents, that there's a nicer way to do it. And I think being nice matters, unfortunately.
It is blunt. It is raw. It is obvious. And that guy gave the girl a chance to be like, oh, okay, this is moving too quickly for me, and that's not how I want to conduct us dating right now. It should be that fucking easy. Consent, especially sexual consent, should be blunt.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think you can be very honest without being mean.
This is a great opportunity.
Like, it's not like, wow, this is a triumph of man and women finally getting on the same page. It's like, no, this is more misogyny just put with a upfrontness of, I don't give a shit about you, and here I am as a person. Again, I think it's him showing his true colors, and that's better to see someone's true colors in advance before you get too down the road. But other than that, it didn't, to me, it's not a feminist accomplishment here.
For y'all to increase your sexual education a little bit. I am 37 years old. I have done a lot of dating and a lot of sleeping around, and I have faced a lot of sexual abuse and trauma because these conversations were not held beforehand. I think it's admirable. And I think that if you are unwilling to have upfront and blunt conversations about your sexual health and your sexual expectations with someone that you are likely eventually going to have sex with.
I didn't hear any sexual health conversation involved in that at all, but okay.
then you probably shouldn't be dating anyone at all. Y'all need to learn how to communicate, and you need to understand that the more directly and bluntly you communicate with other people, the better your fucking relationships will be.
I could not disagree more. Communication's important, yes. But again, communication with the person, respect in mind, is very important. That was not a factor in this. And also, they're getting to know each other for the first time. They don't know each other enough to really have a blunt conversation. It takes a little time. Like, imagine your best friend the first day that you met them, and then the next day it's like, we need to be best friends and tattoo each other's name on our arms. It's like, we don't know each other yet. We need to like have a couple meetings at the very least, without, I think, just generally expecting that. But that's, a personal preference, whatever. But I don't know. It just, again, it's like, this is not a triumph. If anything, it's like the bare minimum was reached of consent here. He really aggressively gave her an out.
We are so unfortunately deeply conditioned by like Disney romance rape culture that we have come to believe that like romance is supposed to be like all of this silence and feelings that people are supposed to like be able to perceive. No, that's why rape culture exists, because people don't talk about shit.
Yikes. Okay. That sounds to me like an excuse to blame women once again for what happens to them. It's very much, well, what were you wearing when the attack happened? It's like, well, what do you guys want? You want to get raped or you want to get insulted? It has to be one or the other. How dare you expect anything else? And it's just like, man, the bar really is quite low. And then it's one thing to say, it's not the way I would have delivered the news, but it's better to know than not, is one thing. But she's like, this is actually really admirable. No, it's not. I'm sorry to say, in my humble opinion. Again, he's gross to me.
A video?
Anyways. Do y'all want consent or not? I guess yes. She turned the comments off, of course. Okay, this person says, realizing I dated voice note guy.
That is him.
This is from 4 days ago.
That is him. Guys, if I do anything by the end of tonight, I will be getting proof that I dated that man. I scrubbed my phone of him when we ended things, but I swear there has to be something. Guys, please just give me 30 minutes and I will show you the proof. I swear. It's so funny because I was going to work and I saw the TikTok and I'm like, that kind of sounds like him. And then it came up on my feed again the same day and I'm like, no.
Okay, we'll have to find her. Life is literary. I think this is an interesting point, and I want to read it. We've lost the plot on consent. Education around consent is absolutely crucial. Also, we treat people as if they're literal aggressive abusers if there's just a moment of unskilled communication. Okay, this reminds me, I don't know all the details, so forgive me if I'm completely off base here. But from what I remember during Me Too, when Aziz Ansari was accused, I remember the details being like, is that in the same realm as like Harvey Weinstein? Because people were saying they're all the same. There's no levels. There's no differentiating factors. Like if you did anything wrong, you are in the same boat. And I was like, okay, let's do it. Okay, I'm on board with that. And then I heard that story in like a magazine and I'm like, I don't know. That one to me seems like a lack of communication and an unfortunate outcome, but not as... I don't know. There does, I think, need to be a little bit of, I don't know, understanding or realization of you have the ability to walk away too. And that's what I'm saying with this. Like with the voice note thing, he did give her the option, like, okay, this is what I want. I'm an asshole. Take it or leave it. And she could have said, okay, I'll take it. And that would have been her, not fault, but that would have been her choice. And then if later she was upset, okay, that's one thing, but... I don't know. Like there is a wide range of things, and I do think consent needs to be explored and explained on a much simpler level because I think we have lost it a little bit, and I don't remember ever learning it in school. I remember seeing the most horrific images of STDs you've ever seen in your life when I was 13 years old and had barely gotten my first period, and I'm watching like these slideshows and we're seeing all this. It was horrifying. But beyond that, I don't think we had any sort of like communication around sex. So anyways, and I know this is like a tough topic to talk about, but that is... there is something to be said about it. Okay, this is Storytime Dating Voice Memo Guy.
Here's a long-awaited... Whew, I'm nervous. Let's get into how I know Voice Memo Guy and my relationship with him when we were dating. I'm going to reserve all judgment. And
also, we're taking her word for it. Who knows? She might just be trying to get viral attention here. We have no idea if they actually dated.
Just tell you guys my story. I think I'm just going to call him Chris. Chris and I met in March. We dated for like 3.5 weeks, if that. Him and I met from Hinge. We initially like hit it off. My honest impression of him was that he was really sweet. He was
This
really
microphone
genuine.
is killing me.
He was a little nerdy, and he seemed really harmless. I'm not gonna lie. A little bit about our short relationship. We went on like 4 or 5 dates. He didn't give me an ultimatum. I actually did share with him that I wasn't comfortable doing stuff like that. He totally understood. And he said that we can go at whatever pace that I felt comfortable with. The voice memo surprised me to the max because I did not see that side of him at all. I also do want to preface though that I think I was one of the first girls he dated when he like moved to the city.
Welcome, Anna.
So
Thank you.
I think I got like a different side of him. People want to know like if I have a horror story or like why things ended. He eventually just told me that he wanted to like keep exploring his options because he wants to find a wife. If I was down, like he would just want to have like casual sex. And after that, I didn't talk to him again, and that's like the last time I spoke to him. Well, that's the end.
Okay. Thanks. Nothing. Boo. Boo. Okay. So here's another take. So this is meta. Me reacting to the reaction of the reaction video. Okay, here we go. This is 4 levels deep.
No, the voice memo is not consent. And as someone who actually practices the very, very clear and direct communication that this is masquerading as and doesn't just talk about it on the internet.
Well, I think it... Well, okay, sure. I don't know who you are, but okay. I do think it's consent at the end of the day. It's giving an option, you know. So, okay, but let's hear her out.
And whose second ever video to go lightly viral was me explaining weaponized boundaries using magnets and a whiteboard. I can explain why very simply. And actually, I can tell you how to have this conversation more safely. I don't care if you're looking for something casual, serious, mono, or poly. This applies across the board. Just because something is communicated directly doesn't magically make it part of consent. And I understand why some people hear this and fall for it, but it is incredibly concerning that there are people out here actually trying to convince others that this is okay. This is the direct communication version of weaponized therapy talk. He is not asking for consent. He is asking for a guarantee, which by definition is coercion. Not only does it create pressure on purpose, but by definition, if consent can be withdrawn at any moment, it cannot be guaranteed in advance. Bare minimum, if at any point going on a date is being framed as automatic consent to physical intimacy or to anything other than going on a date, that should set off a big red flag for you. At the very least, he has now put her in an incredibly dangerous position by sending this voice memo, because if she were to go on this date and he were to violate her consent on said date, he would now have a voice memo to prove, quote unquote, that she had consented ahead of time, even though that's not how that works. Now, as to the idea that this is about the expectations he's allowed to have, it's true. You don't have to date someone who doesn't put out on the second date. That is absolutely true. But that is something that determines whether or not you go on the third date, not the second. If your unwillingness to get physical on date 1 was the deal breaker, that's the deal breaker for date 2. Simply don't go on date 2. Don't use your deal breaker as leverage. So in the video where I explained weaponized boundaries with magnets, I started it by saying your boundaries are a you problem. And this is the perfect example. Your boundary to require this on the second date is not a way for you to try to pressure her to meet that requirement. It is a line for you to decide to remove yourself from the situation or end your involvement in the relationship. If she does not freely consent to the same without undue pressure, you are simply not compatible in your needs or expectations. Not to mention, by the way, that clearly, based on what he says in the voice memo, he tried something and she wasn't comfortable. She, at the very least, needs more time with him to decide if she's comfortable with it.
Yeah, the way I read it was that he asked her, are we going to hook up? And she said, I don't know about that, but come over and hang out and watch a movie or whatever. And then he sent this voice memo as a backup of like, well, you're giving me 50-50. I want 100% or I'm not going to be bothered, which is a jerk thing to say, in my opinion. That's how I read it.
The fact that he's expecting her to decide now with the same amount of information or FaceTime spent together is simply another version of him not accepting her no at that point in their relationship. Now, I've seen some people try to excuse this by saying that it is perfectly reasonable to have expectations of a certain amount of physical intimacy in your romantic relationship. And yes, that is also true. And communicating that is usually healthy. But having an overall sort of expectation from your relationship on average is not the same as requiring a commitment from your partner to a strict schedule or on some sort of quota basis.
This is also reminding me of when men don't want to break up with their girlfriend, so they pick a fight. It's a ridiculous fight that makes the girlfriend break up with them. And I don't know why men do this. I guess just not even gender necessarily, but you know, people do this where it's like, okay, you break up with me, so I don't have to have the guilt or the fear of doing the breakup. Because it seems like he knew that the chances of her saying yes were low, likely. So maybe he just wanted her to be the one to pull the plug so that he could tell other women that he's so sad because everyone breaks up with him. I don't know. I'm not sure, but that's kind of what I'm getting from this.
Even when couples therapists recommend doing things like scheduling time for intimacy, they are not telling people that they have to guarantee that they will do something physically whether or not they actually want to. At least not any good or safe therapist will. Now, the somewhat preferable and slightly better way to have this conversation is by alerting the person that you're dating or considering dating that you prefer in general to have physical intimacy in the early stages of dating. Now, this obviously can still create some pressure on them, but it is a lot better than setting a hard line requirement or a commitment to consent, which again makes it not consent. But
again, I agree. But again, if he were to do that, but he secretly had these thoughts, is that worse? That's my question. And that's where I got caught up, where I'm like, I don't know what camp I'm in 100%. Because if he was like, try to beat around the bush, but thought the way he said in the voice memo, thought that and kept like saying like, well, if we don't hook up, what's the point? I'm going to leave. I'm going to make a scene. I'm going to be an asshole. But he didn't say that. Would that have been worse? I don't know. That's interesting. I think him saying it saved her. There's a bug. Saying what he did saved her from even bothering. But if he didn't do that, then would it have been worse? Did that make sense?
Far better way to have this conversation is by asking them what their preference is. Ask them if they have a general timeline. Now, their answer isn't a commitment to you either. Keep that in mind. But at least if they choose to answer your question, which they don't have to, you'll get somewhat of a sense of whether or not your timelines for this are compatible. And again, because this is your expectation for your dating, that's not an excuse to pressure someone else to change their behavior just to please you. If it doesn't happen by the time you need it to happen for yourself, then you just stop dating them. There is a lot of negotiation that occurs in romantic relationships, especially longer term ones, about the boundaries on your autonomy versus commitments, etc. But as soon as you're treating something like physical intimacy as something that gets guaranteed or owed, you have crossed a line into very dangerous territory. As to the argument that this is about determining compatibility, he is not trying to determine compatibility. He is trying to determine manipulability, whether he's conscious of it or not. Compatibility would be two people deciding to engage in this sort of behavior at the same time without undue pressure on either side. If he wants to determine compatibility by the second date, that would mean showing up and seeing what happens by the second date. If it doesn't go the way he hopes, then too bad. There's his answer. Not compatible. But his time is not wasted any more than it is for anyone who goes on a date that doesn't go the way they hoped or
Agreed.
decides that they aren't actually compatible with someone.
I feel that way generally when people say, I wasted my time. And this is kind of a, not sad, but like kind of interesting little side note. When my mom passed, I, got her phone and I was reading some of her messages, just trying to see like what was going on. And I saw some that were about me. And it said, her ex, her talking about me, my ex and I, he wasted the best years of my life, which I was like, okay, thanks so much. And it was actually her friend who said it, not my mom. But they were discussing like, the breakup and whatever. And it's like, first of all, I'm like, I hope I have years to come that are even better. And life just starts when you find your tribe or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, what did I bring that up for? Oh, when people say they waste time, like you wasted time in this relationship, you wasted my time. I find that to be a harsh, not nice thing to say either about somebody. Like even if it doesn't work out, even if I guess it only really becomes an issue if it's like children bearing years and that was your goal and you were misled, and that's one thing. But for me, every relationship I've been in, whether it ends badly or not, it's been wonderful to get to know the person, to have intimacy with the person, physically and otherwise, like to get to know somebody. And I wish that I don't know, I would be really offended if someone said our relationship was a waste of time completely. It's like, oh, you didn't like all the dinners we went to and all the laughs we shared, like that was meaningless because it was romantic, and it didn't work out ultimately forever. I just find that to be a weird, not great way to think about people in your life. And I feel like romance is black or white. It has to be all in or all out. And I just don't adhere to that. So that's just my personal 2 cents. It has nothing to do with what she's talking about.
The only thing he is determining with this gambit is whether or not he can successfully pressure someone into saying yes by setting the condition for any relationship or time spent together as meeting his need on his demand. And what's next? Does he then get to demand a guarantee that they get physical on every single date? Otherwise, they will each be pointless to him? Or will he try to seem reasonable by saying he just requires it every other date? But beyond this, since it seems like so many people are falling for this framing, as someone who, again, actively practices very clear and direct communication and affirmative consent, much more than anyone I've ever met, by the way, I have literally asked for consent to flirt with someone. I'm not saying that you have to do that, but I have. Just because something is directly communicated doesn't make it inherently okay. You can directly communicate your intent to SA someone. Just because you were clear doesn't magically not make it SA. And unfortunately, the part that we don't really talk about enough is that even the best practices for affirmative consent and direct communication can create pressure and therefore can be used in coercive ways. I would argue that anyone who doesn't recognize this simple fact either A, doesn't actually practice what they're supposedly advocating for, or B, actively uses it in manipulative and coercive ways. Like it or not, sometimes a person being asked a direct question like, do you want to blank, will still not feel comfortable saying no. For a million different reasons, from socialization reasons all the way to situational power dynamics. And in fact, many people will feel more comfortable indicating a boundary.
Yeah, because I agree. And I saw in the chat someone said like, well, it's different when it's different degrees of power imbalance. And I think that is the factor that does change this whole dynamic, because in this scenario where we're talking about, it was two people who consented to go on a date and they went on one date and now they're discussing going on a second date. As far as we know, there is no other incentive or, livelihood at stake. There's no, anything keeping this woman in this relationship other than her own desire and interest to be involved in it. But when it becomes your coworker, your boss, or someone that might open a door for you, and that's when it now becomes way more coercive, and you start to weigh the differences of like, okay, well, if I say no now, then I lose access to this. And I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's something that like you should be even considering. And I think you should be able to walk away from stuff, you know, like the Harvey Weinstein stuff. Like I can't imagine being given that ultimatum of like, well, if you want this role for your career, you know, you got to sleep with me. I think you should walk away. But that's easy for me to say, you know, and that's not my dream to be a movie star. Anyways, okay, what else? Who else has a hot take?
People saying men aren't lonely enough, etc., etc. And I was sitting there thinking, this is
okay. Let's see what
consent looks like.
That was not consent. That was grooming. That was grooming 101. And this woman participated in a larger function of it, like many male-centered women do, where they educate the rest of the women. How do you accept your degradation without knowing you're being degraded?
Yeah, it's definitely very degrading.
By changing the semantics of what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I think it was degrading as well. Okay, let's see what she has to say.
This may be an extremely hot take, but I would have rather gotten that voice note from that guy saying like, hey, just a heads up, I only want to hang out with you again if we're going to sleep together.
Gosh, her robe matches her eyes perfectly. It's amazing.
Over what I've experienced the past year, any day of the week. Guy number 1 asked me for... And when I said no, he gave me the silent treatment for the rest of the time we hung out. That was a man who claimed to love me. Guy number 2 was a friend I had for months. He confessed to liking me and he invited me over to his place. I said, I'll go, but promise me like you're not gonna try anything. He looked me dead in the eyes and he said, I promise. 1 hour later, he took my hand without my consent and put it on a part of his body that I didn't want to touch. Guy number 3, we had FaceTimed for months before hanging out, and we finally hung out, and he asked me to sleep with him 6 times. Like, I'm not kidding you, 6 times after I already said no, and then he looked like visibly upset every time I would say no. All of these situations were extremely, extremely uncomfortable. That's not counting all the guys that have complained to me about having blue balls. That's not counting all the guys that did this to me throughout high school. And I could tell the entire time these men were willing to spend anything, they were willing to say anything, tell me exactly what they think I want to hear. They were trying to do stuff to me just to get me to change my mind. Honestly, now I'm traumatized. I don't really feel comfortable trying to date right now.
But again, the bar's in hell. I mean, that is worse. I agree. But the other guy's voice memo is like not even the bare minimum. It's like accepting scraps, you know? That is how it feels. It's like, man, we have come so far from respecting each other. And I think part of it is how we see all people now, which is adversaries, you know, for the most part, and very little friends and very little trust and political divide and all of that. And there's so many people on the app, I can just replace all the people in my life. That mentality mixed with people being more open about their feelings and becoming famous for it, even though they're controversial and misogynistic and horrible. So people, I think, are more willing to take risks and just tell people like how they feel in a very negative way. And it's sad because I agree. I'm like, okay, yeah, if this was your option, it was like being harassed in person or being warned in advance. Yeah, I guess I'd rather be warned in advance, but I actually would not want to be harassed or degraded in any way. Now, does that mean that I deserve to be alone forever? I don't know. Maybe so. Maybe that is the trade-off, and that is the new world we live in. It's like, in order to maintain self-respect, you may need to be by yourself. I hope that's not true. I hope there's nice people out there, but who's to say? Who's to say?
Literally, if any of these men just would have been honest from the jump, would have sent me a voice memo like that, none of that would have happened. Now, my time is wasted. I didn't get what I wanted. Your time is wasted because you didn't get what you wanted. And we were both put in an uncomfortable situation where I had to constantly reinforce my boundaries and you had to constantly feel rejected. That's not fun for anyone. This may be an extreme...
Again, but I think the bar should be communicate your feelings and your wants in a respectful, polite way, so we don't all leave these scenarios feeling bad about ourselves. How about that? No. Okay, here's one. I'm on the voice memo guy's side.
Stop making think.
This is short.
Stop making think pieces, shaming women for not wanting to have sex with men that can't even be nice to them, and go fuck him yourself. Go fuck him yourself. Anyway, here.
Oh, okay. So she was just putting this caption as the quote that she's responding to. True. Okay. These are the lower the view, the less I feel like it's gonna be a good take. Let's see. Here's a man. Okay, this is the lowest viewed, but here's a man's take.
The trouble I've got with that whole voice memo guy is, and the conversation that's taking place here, and I'm sure most people would agree with this because some people have made videos about this, is that consent is not something that can be given to somebody in advance for all sexual activities, because describing it in that way makes it sound as if it's a binary thing. That because I said you can come back to my place or you can come to my place to explore whether we have a connection, that means that the woman has consented to all sexual activity. There are 5 specific components of consent that have to exist all at the same time, and 2 of those are it's specific and reversible. And this is where we get into the issue now, which where you see consent being weaponized against women in the legal justice system, where we're saying things like, yes, but you agreed to this. Yes, but you said you were going to go home with him. Yes, but you agreed, you let him kiss you. Yes, but you agreed, that he can touch you. Yes, I agreed to all of those things, but I didn't want this, and he carried on. That's not consent. So the idea that somebody can leave you a voice note saying, basically, I want to come and explore X, Y, and Z. Okay, fine, the man's been honest. Let's give him a Smartie for that. That is bare minimum, right? Honesty is bare minimum. We cannot take that as consent because it's...
I'm with them. Yeah, I think we kind of covered it now. Like, that is how I feel about it, where it's like, yeah, okay. She got away from this creeper, and I'm happy for her. And that guy ain't gonna have a happy existence. Wrong direction. A happy existence, most likely, relationship-wise, if that's all he's after. I mean, and that's sad, too. That's sad. If that's, like, the only thing you want out of a partnership, I don't know. Is it fulfilling? Maybe. Not for me. But, yeah, that just came up quite a bit on my feed, and I was intrigued by it. And I'm glad that people are open to nuance. And it does seem like, surprisingly so, there seems to be room at the table for multiple perspectives on things without people freaking out so deeply. Like 2020 through 2022, I feel like if you said something on the internet, oh my God, like you were ripped to shreds. And so that still happens, of course. Only to Catherine Ebb, though, specifically. No, I'm just kidding. But, it's less so. I think people are willing to, like, go, I disagree, and then just move on, which is nice. That's what we should be doing. That is what makes society great, to be able to hear someone's stupid opinion and go, I disagree with that, and then keep it moving, keep it trucking. That's what we're built on. Excusez-moi. My goodness. Again, my throat chakra is closing up because I'm speaking my truth. And the devil doesn't want you to know. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much to everyone. Have I seen The Invite? No, I have not seen that movie. I heard an amazing review about it when I was at brunch on Saturday. They said it's the funniest movie they've seen in like years. So I'm interested to see it. No spoilers. And I also want to see Toy Story 5. And I also want to see Obsession, which I heard is on streaming now. So I'm going to watch that maybe tonight. Maybe tonight. Curl up with some popcorn. Me and Taro, you want to watch a movie? What? You want to watch Oliver? Aristocats? Yes, she's the best. She's the best. She got 2 dinners. She's happy. I should have played this soundbite 50 more times. Hold on. Tonight.
I'm consenting to this.
Or maybe that would have been inappropriate. Okay, time to sing my song. I'll be back next week. We'll figure out what topic is next. Send your suggestions via DM, via comments, via Reddit. You can go on my Reddit page now. It's wide open for you. It's called Kia's World Members Only, but it's not members only. That's a lie. I just can't change the name. And you can go and you can put on your ideas. And let me know what you want to see, what you want to discuss. And one day, maybe I will get energy to edit a freaking video. Freaking darsh. You know? What is darsh? I don't know. Darn and gosh mixed together. It's kind of like gruel, but worse. And then, yeah, it'll be a great day when I actually produce a video that is watchable to the masses. Because the masses, they ain't got 2 hours and 39 minutes. But you know who does? You guys. My best friends and closest companions in life. You guys do. And that means everything to me. And for that, I have to say this.
You have strong sugar glider energy.
And also?
There's literally no place in the world than I would rather be than right here with you.
All right. Good night, everybody. See you next week. Bye. Bye. Clicking the button. Goodbye. Wow. All right. Which song do we want? This one? Hey, I'm not over this song yet. Throw it back. Like a tack. I love cats, meow. 55. It makes me so happy that you're alive. I want to live in a big beehive drinking honey until I die. Gracie Charlie loves cats. Meow. I just want to say, how do you love cats? Do you have 1? Do you have 2? How much fun? Bone Palace Ballet 94. I want to knock on your door and have you come outside to play. We can go and run all damn day in the streets to the beats. Olive Harper, you know what I mean? I just want to do a little bit of tag. And make sure I don't gag. I got a reflex, Honolulu 7. It is not a flex. It's actually a medical condition. I can't help it. And I can't change it. But would I ever want to? New. Rebel Ed Fuentes. I just want to take you to a circus tent and put you inside the ring. And then watch the elephants sing. That's an elephant with a whistle in its trunk. Rabba Gabor. Who would have thunk? That would be something that would have come up in this song. It isn't the thong song. Unfortunately not. That's Cisco. Lillian Massey says, oh no, I know. That thong, the thong, thong, thong. What a throwback song that we were singing when we were 10. That's weird. Alaska Blue Tundra. What songs did you sing when you were 10 that were inappropriate? Maybe this one. It's inappropriate, son. Turn off that music right now. And go milk that cow. Hey, Consul. Do you live on a farm? What could be the harm? Maybe you could have a horse? Of course. And even a barn. Nicole Campbell. Do you remember Old MacDonald? He was a farmer. And now he's a bed warmer to a beautiful lady who has a Mercedes. He makes sure she's fed. And he doesn't have a big head about it. He's really, really humble. And he makes sure she doesn't tumble. Farmer McDonald, he is a really good man. Allegedly. I never met the guy, can't speak frankly. Starry Nights EXE, what do you have to say about Farmer McDonald? 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, I forgot you can't respond, 'cause it will mess up the flow. And you will drop it low, twerk on the floor of the barn, roll in the hay on the farm, put some manure on your face, that will be a wellness craze. Any day, any night, you can sell it on TikTok shop. And then you could make a bunch of money. Then you can be a wellness influencer. Then you can start a business, and then you can give advice about that business, and then you can sell more items on TikTok shop. That's a bop. I wish I had a cream soda pop, the pink kind, the best kind. It would blow my mind. Good night.